on the Rogue Streaming Network. This is Medford Rogues Baseball.
Full swing and a miss, the throw over to second base, and the tag is going to be in time. It's a double play. Strike him out, throw him out. That's hit well. Deep shot, deep right field. That ball is a definite no-doubter.
Rogues Baseball is on the air.
Base running wins games, in my opinion. My philosophy is to create chaos on the base paths.
Rogue Valley, are you ready? Let's send it out to the ballpark. Here is the voice of your Rogues, Bryan Welch. It is a beautiful evening for baseball in the Rogue Valley. It's the second ever meeting between the Medford Mustangs and your Medford Rogues. Hi everybody, my name is Bryan Welch of the Rogue Streaming Network. Happy to have you aboard wherever you may be tuning in. And welcome to the Awesome Pool Guy on Deck show. Does your pool or hot tub need repairs? Call the Awesome Pool Guy, CCB 255-795. Yesterday's game for Rowdy Ball and tonight's game does not count towards the regular season record, but more importantly, it's more experience for this early part of 2026 for your Medford Rogues. Medford 3-1 in this 2026 campaign. A very impressive weekend against Seattle, taking 3 games out of 4 against the Seattle Studs, and the pitching staff looking really strong indeed. And they take on the Medford Mustangs, the American Legion team located in the Rogue Valley. And for me, it's always an honor and a pleasure to have special guests joining us on the Rogue Streaming Network. We had Steve Finelli join us on Sunday. B.G. Gould, Director of Baseball Operations for the Medford Rogues, joins us tonight. Beej, it's your Rogue Streaming Network debut. How are you doing tonight, my friend?
I'm doing fine there, Brian. How are you?
I'm doing well, my friend. You'll be the analyst during the 3rd inning of this 7-inning contest. First pitch from our contestant down below at Harry and David Field. But you've been around a long time for Medford Rogues baseball. What excites you most about this 2026 Rogue squad, Beej?
Just the hustle and the determination to maybe place higher in the league this year, the Pacific Empire League. And like I said, Coach Olmsted said we like to get speed on the bases, and we've got a couple guys already starting to show their speed.
And it is going to be interesting to see what this Rogue squad can do once we get into league play. But more importantly, you got to find ways to win games in the early part of the season. This is a game that you have on your calendar because this is the American Legion squad that they'll be playing the state tournament and the Northwest Regional tournament here in the friendly confines of Harry and David Field come July and August. So it's a showcase to show what American Legion baseball is all about. But this is going to be very fun to see from last night. Rowdy Ball was a great experience. In your time as a guy that's been in baseball, Beach, have you ever seen anything wilder than what we saw last night?
Nope, that was the first. So a lot of that, and like I said, people don't realize if they have a chance, they should get on the TV and watch Banana Ball, because it is great atmosphere. They get like 30,000 at major league stadiums.
And it's going to be a blast tonight. Medford colliding, the Mustangs and the Rogues. Take a look at that. We'll take a look at the opposition brought to you by for the Medford Mustangs. They are playing their first game of 2026, led by John King, a good friend of yours, Beach. And the Mustangs, every year, you always expect a little pop in their bats offensively.
Oh yeah, they do. They got some great kids from the Valley, and this should be a fun night for baseball in the Valley.
Let's take a look at the pitching matchup between the Mustangs and the Rogues. The Mustangs send out Don Dafferon, who works with a 3-pitch mix with a fastball, the changeup, and that swerve pitch. And the Rogues send out the young man from CSUN, Forrest Elmer, with his second start of 2026. Works with that 3-pitch mix himself with that fastball, slider, and splitter. Once again, I'd like to welcome you to the Awesome Pool Guy on Deck show. I was able to sit down with our Rogues player spotlight, former South Medford Panther, and as well as former Medford Mustang himself, and currently with the Medford Rogues, Evan Roden. Plus, we go one-on-one with head coach Kevin Olmsted. First pitch scheduled for 6:35 p.m. Second ever meeting between the Medford Mustangs and the Medford Rogues. Keep it locked in here on the Rogue Streaming Network. Rogue Green CN Medford Airport is a proud supporter of Medford Rogues baseball. It's the best place to recharge your batteries in Medford. Enjoy the indoor pool and spa. Don't forget about the workout room as well. Big event or small, their banquet hall has you covered. Plus, Rogue Green CN Medford Airport is pet friendly as well. Book a stay at Rogue Green CN Medford Airport at roguegreencn.com. Your perfect place in Southern Oregon to eat, play, and stay. Looking for a place that actually feels like home? Check out Oak Ridge Estates in Phoenix, Oregon. This manufactured home community is selling brand new 3 and 4 bedroom homes with everything ready for you. A full kitchen appliance package, private carports, extra storage, and fresh landscaping all included. It is a whole vibe, pet friendly, all ages, and packed with perks like a saltwater pool, hot tub, fitness center, playground, and clubhouse. Stop by 300 Lumen Road or call 541-535-6227 to book your tour today. Discover your place to call home at Oak Ridge Estates. Welcome back to the Awesome Pool Guy on Deck show. It's time to get rowdy. This is our Rogues Player Spotlight, and our guest today is Evan Roden. Evan, how are you?
I am doing great. How are you?
I'm doing well, my friend. You grew up in Ashland.
Yep.
You went to South Medford. Medford plays their games here at Harry and David Field in the spring. You're playing for the Rogues. Is it a full circle moment this season?
You could say it's definitely a full circle moment. The field looks way better. It's about $300,000 nicer than when I was here, so that's a good part of it. But, I'm a 3-year Mustang guy, and I had a great experience in that program, and especially with South. I learned so many things here under Coach Josh Moody, and spent my 2 years in Ashland. I grew up there, but junior year came over to South from Ashland and made a whole bunch of new friends. I was already playing for the Mustangs a year prior to that, and then I'm playing probably half these guys on this team I played with last year, so it's gonna be fun.
Before we talk about your time with the Mustangs, we got to talk about Rowdy Ball last night. How crazy was that from your perspective?
Was such an insane experience. I've had fun on a baseball field, but I don't think I've ever had that much fun. It was so loose and relaxed, and everyone was just. First off, I've never seen that many people. I've never seen that many people in this stadium before at all. So that was pretty crazy. But yeah, they loved it. They loved it. It was awesome.
And one of the games that was happening last night was the hot dog eating contest for Jonathan Walsh. Could you put away 3 dogs in that amount of moments?
Listen, when he said before the game, we're like, "Why'd you choose me? I'm the most anorexic guy here." I don't know why we chose him, because I could name probably 5 dudes on this team who could put 3 hot dogs down in a minute. So I think I could have done it pretty fast, to be honest.
So if you're with the Rogues next week, are you going to put next year? You're going to put your hat. You're going to put your 3 hat in the ring.
I think I might have to, as long as they give me water. I think they kind of screwed him. They didn't give him water until the last dog, and I think that was kind of messed up. I'm gonna need some water earlier than that. But if there's water involved, I'm down for it. It'll be good.
And you touched on it that you were with the Mustangs for 3 years. That's the American Legion team here on the Rogue Valley. This is the team that you get to go up against. There's a lot of people in that dugout that are your friends. What's the emotions going into tonight's game?
I wouldn't say there's much emotions. I know it's kind of just a scrimmage type deal, and everyone expects us to win, but we also have to we can't play down to their level. I know they're younger guys. I think they have only 2 college guys who are coming back compared to this team where there's not a single high school guy on this team. So it's not that we have to win. We just have to play our game. We don't have to play down to their level. Play our game, and we'll be fine. But I talked to a bunch of them before the game. There's no tension. They know they're kind of coming into this park with our fans. It's not going to be their fans, and I don't think they're expecting to win. They just kind of want to face some good arms, and it's going to be good for their development, but also we have to take care of business.
Do you have a favorite memory when you were with the Mustangs?
So there's so many memories. Oh gosh, this is if we're just talking memory on the Mustangs. Okay, I'd say last year we went down to Reno. We had we have our normal tournament in Reno in July or whatever, and we go down there and we win every single game. We didn't lose a single game, and on the last game, we were down. I think we were down a couple runs or whatever, and it was a day game. But the day before that, there was firework. It was like a firework night in the middle of our game, and it was so cool. And we all just had so much energy going into that last game. We're playing De La Salle, really good team. And we shut the door on them, won the game, and it was a fun championship win. That was awesome. That was one of my favorite memories.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but Jackson Rosenthal was on that team, right?
He hit. Fun fact, in the De La Salle game, he hit a walk-off home run in that game. So that was probably one of the coolest things I've ever seen him do personally. It was awesome. It was an absolutely amazing game. It was cool.
You were with the Mustangs for 3 years. You're currently in your first year with the Rogues.
Yeah.
What is it like to sign autographs as a Medford Rogue, as a guy that you went to a lot of games here?
Yes. Growing up, I remember as a kid thinking that these guys were just like they were in the show, these guys are big league. Like you just wanted to get autographs. You wanted to, get a broken bat or something, get balls. Like I think a lot of times I'm sitting in the dugout, like I'm hearing the kids. It's like that was me at some point, like I literally think these guys are big leaguers. So when I sign balls, I know that it's, I don't feel like I know I'm not a big leaguer, but I know how it felt to be as a kid, like looking up to these players, because especially as a young ball player, you just want to learn, you want to look up to somebody. So I feel like in our local area, like this is the team that all those kids can like look up to and get firsthand experience, go watch games and stuff. Because we take care of business, we play well, we play good baseball, we put on a good show. So I think it's just a good thing for the kids for sure.
And if you being with the Rogues for the first season, what do you want to work on before you go back?
It's a tough question. I had a lot of innings this year for Lassen, and I had to take a couple weeks off, and then I'm just now today probably going to get into throwing again. I'll probably throw an inning or so. As far as working on stuff, I think maybe velo, just got to get stronger. I'm really just here to, help Kev, help the team get some wins, and I don't think I'll be able to stay for playoffs and all that, but I'm just out here to have a good time and get better at baseball, So really just the velo, get stronger, all that stuff.
All right, Evan, what is the one thing you have to get at the gas station before a game?
Can it be two things?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll get like some Jack Links. I'll get like Jack Links, and I'll get some sort of energy drink. Anything but like Rockstar. I hate Rockstar. Any energy can go fly though, to be honest.
Want to give a shout to anybody?
Shout out Cooper Rathbun. That's my slime from 541. And then we got Rhett Fieldstead. Shout out Rhett Fieldstead.
Not your mom and dad?
My mom, I love my mom. She's always here, but yeah, I love my mom. She's awesome.
Well, that's good to hear, my friend. Evan, let's have some fun for the rest of the week and the rest of the season. And good luck out there, all right?
Thank you so much. It was fun.
That is our Rogues Player Spotlight, Evan Roden. When we come right back after this, we go one-on-one with head coach Kevin Olmstead, the Medford Mustangs and the Medford Rogues on a beautiful Thursday evening at the ballpark. More after this on the Rogue Streaming Network. Looking to buy or sell in the Rogue Valley? David Case of Windermere Realty has you covered. Windermere Realty has been serving the Rogue Valley for over 30 years. David, a proud husband and father, has been a broker in the Rogue Valley for almost a decade. From residential and rural to commercial, David can handle it all. Contact David Case if you're looking to buy or sell at 541-944-9330. Windermere Realty and David Case, proud supporters of Medford Rogues baseball. We're getting closer to first pitch between the Medford Mustangs and the Medford Rogues. It's time to go one-on-one with the coach, Kevin Olmstead. Coach, how are you? Happy game day.
Happy game day. Glad to be here. Thanks for having me, Brian.
Always a pleasure, Coach. All right, great night last night. Over 2,000 people at Harry and David Field. You got tossed out a rowdy ball. It was rowdy last night.
Yeah, it was a blast. For the first time, us doing something like that, I thought it was a big success. So many fans. There's so many kids. It was. It looked a little overwhelming, but it was a blast. The players did the main part of doing the script, and they killed it. So couldn't be more pleased with that. And now we're back to regular baseball, and I'm excited to get going.
And you pitched and you took an at bat. Was it like riding a bicycle at the dish?
Oh, I saw that ball so well. But the guy gave me a two-seamer in, fouled it off. But in rowdy ball, if a fan catches it, you're out, and that was the only time in the entire game that it happened. So I'll tip my cap to that fan, but I'm still pissed at him. And then, yeah, pitching, I was able to strike out the guy that hit a home run. So that was pretty cool. And, yeah, getting tossed is always fun to do. And I'm glad I got to bring entertainment to the fans.
And it was entertaining last night. It's going to be a fun game tonight against the Medford Mustangs. And you're a guy, you grew up in this area. And when you think about the Mustangs, you always think about great baseball in the summer. You played for Grants Pass, so you've had a lot of experience with the Medford Mustangs.
Yeah, Medford Mustangs are an incredible team. Every coach in that organization throughout my time playing and now coaching, they've done a really good job. They produce a lot of good talent. We're going to face college pitching today, or their guys are going to be college pitchers, and so they're a good program, and so we have to make sure that we are on our game. But yeah, it's always fun playing the Mustangs. It's always big rivalry with me being on the Nuggets and whatnot, so it's always a good time.
I know you alluded to this on Monday when we had you on for Plank Talk at Chadwick's. That was a great experience inside the Rogue Regency in Medford Airport. But you're talking about the level of respect you have for John King. Is it going to be fun going up against him once again?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. It's always good to see him. Any coach that truly cares about the program that he's at, truly cares about trying to help better his players, I give mad respect to. You know, this coaching gig is such a hard grind day in, day out, and so coaches that truly express their love to their players.
Sorry to cut that interview short with head coach Kevin Olmstead about ready for first pitch between the Medford Mustangs and the Medford Rogues. My name is Bryan Welch of the Rogue Streaming Network. Happy to have you aboard wherever you may be tuning in. BG Gould riding shotgun on this Thursday evening in the Rogue Valley. Let's give you that starting lineup for the Medford Mustangs, led by head coach John King, and the Mustangs in their season opener in this 2026 campaign. Batting lead off is the second baseman Keegan Painter. The 2 spot is the catcher Brady Patterson, and the 3 hole is the DH man Easton Douglas. The cleanup man is Sean McFall, the Eagle from Eagle Point High. In the 5 spot is the center fielder Cade Pedersen. Batting in the 6 hole is the right fielder Grady Sickler. Batting 7th is the first baseman Blake Patro. And the 8 spot is Morgan Austin. He's going to be the shortstop tonight. And the left fielder Mason Schnappel is in the 9 spot. So it's Painter, Patterson, Douglas, McFall, Pedersen, Sickler, Patro, Austin, and Schnappel. For Zelmer getting his one with tosses in right now. The young man from Cal State Northridge from CSN getting his one with tosses in as we speak. And he's going to be facing a very good lineup for Zelmer so far. 1 game, 1 start, 3 innings on the hill, 2 hits, 1 has 3 strikeouts in that game against Seattle. 1 hit by pitch, and as well as 1 wild pitch, has not recorded an ERA. BG Gould will be joining us in the 3rd inning, but he is riding shotgun, and we're about ready for this one. The Medford Mustangs in their road grays with Medford in blue and red across their chest with the gray pants and a red racing stripe down the side. Medford going with the traditional green uniforms and the white pants for this Thursday evening. Pull up your favorite chair. Medford Rogues baseball is on the air. Second ever meeting between these two programs. First pitch from Forrest Zelmer comes home. Comebacker right bobbles it as Forrest Zelmer off his head. Throws it over to first base, and the throw is dug out in time by Jackson Rosenthal. That could have been a disastrous play, but good recovery by Forrest Zelmer. 1-3 on the ground out. We are underway 2 minutes earlier than scheduled first pitch. First pitch time at 6:33 p.m. in Medford. Glacier blue skies overhead, not a cloud in sight. Current temperatures at the ball yard, a balmy 77 degrees. One out and the base is empty. Here's the 2-0 hitter, Brady Patterson. Just getting underway in the top half of inning number 1 between Medford and Medford. First offering home. Fastball misses up and out. 1 ball, no strikes. Give you the defense is backing up the starter, Forrest Zelmer, around the horn from 3rd to 1st as Donovan, Blake, Macy, Rosenthal. In the outfield from left to right, it's Walsh, Salahar, and Grabiel. And at Thomas Jr. doing the catching tonight. 1-0 pitch. Fastball misses outside, ball 2. The czar of the strike zone tonight, Chris Bevan. He's the home plate umpire. Dan Conklin is at first base. And David Watson is at third base. Brady Patterson at the dish. Two balls, no strikes, and the pitch. 2-0. Fastball finds the outer third. Strike 1. Brady Patterson out of North Medford High. The Black Tornado at the dish. A lot of North Medford kids, a lot of South Medford kids in this lineup. as well as a couple of Crater kids and as well as a couple of Eagle Point kids. Pretty had 2 balls and a strike. 2-1 pitch. Fastball misses downstairs and out. 3 balls, 1 strike. Give you the dimensions of the ballpark at Harry and David Field. It's 325 down the line in the left and right field, a 400 in straightaway center. Wind blowing in to the ballpark on this Thursday evening, a thirsty Thursday evening at Harry and David Field. 3-1 from Forrest. Fastball fouled off, left side, strike 2. And the question is tonight, the Medford Mustangs usually swing aluminum, and they're swinging aluminum in this wood bat game. Right against left. 1 out and the base is empty. Second baseman, Macy, playing on the lip in right center. Second baseman for the Rogues. Counts full, 3-2 in the pitch. 3-2, fastball, swing and a miss, strike 3. Zelmer gets Patterson the chase. First strikeout victim for Forrest Zelmer tonight. And quickly 2 down in the top half of inning number 1. 2 up and 2 down in the row to first. Here's a 3-0 hitter, Easton Douglas. No score between Medford and Medford. This game tonight not counting towards the regular season record for the Rogues. Infield playing deep around the horn. The center fielder, Will Salahar, couple of paces into left center. First offering, scores for a bunt, pulls it back as Douglas misses downstairs and in, ball 1. Easton Douglas out of South Medford High, a .417 hitter. Chops it, and that's going to be a fair ball, says home plate umpire Chris Bevan. Forrest Zelmer gets the tag on, and now the first base umpire Dan Conklin saying it was foul. So we'll strike one ball and 1 strike. And here comes head coach Kevin Olmstead. Beach, what did you see there?
I thought it was off his ankle, but we're going to have a conference.
And this pause the action is brought to you by Figaro's Pizza. From pizza to wings and even calzones, Figaro's has you covered. Order online at figaros.com or come by our locations in Phoenix, Gold Hill, and our newest location in Eagle Point, locally owned and operated, and a proud supporter of sports and your Rogues. Umpires convening during the at-bat between Easton Douglas and Forrest Zelmer. It was fouled off initially. Everybody thought it was fouled off. Forrest Zelmer got the tag, but it was fouled off his foot. There's a reason why I'm not an umpire, but a broadcaster. 1 ball and 1 strike to the left of Easton Douglas. Wind blowing into the ballpark on this Thursday evening. 1-1. Fastball, splintered foul to the left side. Strike 2. Douglas, a .417 hitter. Did have 3 round trippers. South Medford calling Harry and David home for a lot of years. One and 2 from Forrest. 1-2, ground ball to the right side, gobbled up by the former, bobbles it as the former by Rosenthal, gets it over to Forrest Zelmer in time. So 3-1 on the ground out to close the book on the top half of inning number 1. 1, 2, 3, go the Mustangs. No runs, no hits, no errors, none left. We head to the home first right after this. Mustangs nothing. Rogues coming up. More after this on the Rogue Streaming Network. Looking to buy or sell in the Rogue Valley? David Case of Windermere Realty has you covered. Windermere Realty has been serving the Rogue Valley for over 30 years. David, a proud husband and father, has been a broker in the Rogue Valley for almost a decade. From residential and rural to commercial, David can handle it all. Contact David Case if you're looking to buy or sell at 541-944-9330. Windermere Realty and David Case, proud supporters of Medford Rogues Baseball.
Discover the Life Plan community in the heart of the Rogue Valley. Here, your days are filled with opportunities to express yourself, engage your mind and body, and share your life with great new friends. You can connect, grow, and thrive. Our Hilltop location is near world-class vineyards, the Oregon Shakespeare Festival, and the Brit Music and Arts Festival. Rogue Valley Manor, Southern Oregon's premier Life Plan community.
beautiful evening for baseball in the Rogue Valley. Home half of inning number 1. First time the Rogues go to the dish on this beautiful evening in Medford, Oregon. Let's give you the offense. Give that starting lineup for the Medford Rogues, led by head coach Kevin Olmstead. Batting lead off is the left fielder Jonathan Walsh. In the 2 spot is the second baseman Logan Macy. In the 3 hole is the catcher Anthony Thomas Jr. The cleanup hitter is Chris Ortiz. Batting 5th at third base is Nolan Donovan. And the 6th spot is the first baseman Jackson Rosenthal. The shortstop Bo Blake is in the 7th spot. Batting in the 8 hole is left fielder Will Salahar. And the right fielder Diego Grabiel is in the 9th spot. So it's Walsh, Macy, Thomas Jr., Ortiz, Donovan, Rosenthal, Blake, Salahar, and Grabiel. Starting pitcher for the Medford Mustangs is Dom Dafferin. Got his warm-up tosses in, gets ready to face Jonathan Walsh. First pitch on the way, fastball misses inside. 1 ball, no strikes. Stats not being kept tonight, but since Sunday, Jonathan Walsh, a .333 hitter, does have 1 extra base hit. Ground ball to the right side, sharply right to Painter, the second baseman. Throw to first in time for out number 1. 1 out, the base is empty. Here's second baseman Logan Macy. We are in the home first. Scoreless between the Mustangs and the Rogues.
He's making his season debut.
That is right. Who is that? Was that Painter?
No, Logan Macy.
Logan was here on opening night, Beach.
But he didn't get in the lineup, did he?
I don't think so.
No.
We'll get that. Here's Logan Macy. First pitch on the way. First pitch swinging. Pops up in the air. Right side of the infield. Petro, the first baseman, trying to make the play. And he was trying to make the play, but Logan Macy was steamrolling ahead. Had to run out. Had to just say, I don't want to get hit. So it's a really funky strike 1. Around the horn from third to first for the defense of the Medford Mustangs, it's McFall, Austin, Painter, and Petro. In the outfield from left to right, Snopel, Patterson, and Sickler. And Peterson is behind the dish catching. Logan Macy currently looking for a new home, previously at Oregon Tech. And the hole, behind, no balls and a strike. Strike 1 pitch right down the boulevard. Quickly in the hole, 0-2. Infield playing deep around the horn for the Mustangs. Outfield playing deep and straight away as well. Pedersen, 0-2 pitch, misses upstairs. 1 ball, 2 strikes, couple of paces into left center on this Thursday evening. One and 2 from Dafferin. 1-2, fouls it off the end of the bat to the left side. Will do it again. Macy from Culver, Oregon. 5'10", 190. Righty behind, 1 ball and 2 strikes. 1 and 2. 1-2 on the curveball, swing and a miss. Strike 3. Macy down on strikes. 2 down in the home first. 2 up and 2 down. And the Rogues right now going in reverse. Base is empty, 2 outs. Here's a 3-0 hitter, Anthony Thomas Jr. Rogues nothing, Mustangs nothing. Anthony Thomas Jr., the lone Rogue so far in 2026 that has recorded a home run. Did that on Sunday afternoon. Put a cherry on top of that 3 spot in the home first against Seattle. First offer from Dafferin. First pitch, line drive to off the shortstop's glove of Austin. Into left center it goes, and Anthony Thomas Jr. gets aboard with a 2-out single, and they are going to say that is a hit. Beej, do you agree with that assessment right there as a scorekeeper?
Yes. Yes, I do. He just took a crazy hop, and he's deep enough. There was no way they were going to get the runner.
And also, more importantly, this is the first time the Mustangs have played on this new field at Harry and David Field as a unit. Individually, these guys played at their high school ball here at Harry and David this in the spring. 1 on and 2 outs. Here's Chris Ortiz, scoreless in the home first. Small lead for Anthony Thomas Jr. at first base. First pitch to Chris Ortiz. Misses outside at that swerve pitch. 1 ball, no strikes. Chris Ortiz, one of the returners from last year, having a pretty good 2026. Ortiz this season averaging .556 at the dish. Throw over to first base, chase back Anthony Thomas Jr. Gets back to the bag with a head-first slide. Pedersen playing like 4 paces into left center. 1-0 pitch, swerve pitch misses outside. 2 balls, no strikes. Petro holding the runner at first base. Short lead for Thomas Jr. 2 balls, no strikes. Daffron delivers. 2-0. Fastball finds the upper third, says the home plate umpire Chris Bevan. A very elevated strike. Chris Ortiz and Chris Bevan know each other really well. Chris was behind the dish for a lot of 2025 when Chris Bevan was the home plate umpire. Chris asking a question, is that we're going to call it up there, 3-0 pitch? Or they're going to say it was actually the ball gets away from the catcher, Patterson, and Anthony Thomas Jr. advances to second base off the bouncing ball, puts the Rogues in scoring position. 3 balls, 1 strike. Beej, I thought that was a strike initially, but it's 3 balls and a strike for Chris Ortiz.
I thought so too, but got away for a wild pitch.
3 balls and 1 strike. Thomas Jr. at second base. It's going to be in motion once again. Big lead for Anthony at second. 3 balls, 1 strike. Daffron trying to close the book on this inning. 3-1 pitch, fastball right down the boulevard, strike 2, and the count fills. Chris Ortiz trying to continue the inning. Walsh grounded out. Macy struck out. Thomas Jr. single to continue the inning. Counts full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Daffron glances at Thomas Jr. at second base and fires the 3-2 home. Fastball misses outside. Chris Ortiz takes first, puts runners at first and second. And Beej, that was a critical at-bat right there in this inning for the Rogues.
That was. Chris had a good eye, and it was close, but it's ball 4.
2 on, 2 outs in the home first. Scoreless between the Mustangs and the Rogues. Here's the third baseman, Nolan Donovan from the Dalles in Oregon. The tall lefty stands in. Had his debut yesterday for Rowdy Ball. 2 on, 2 outs. Second baseman, a Painter playing near that in the gap ground. Ball to the right side, picked up by Painter. Tosses over to second base to force out Ortiz. And he does force him out, and the inning comes to a close. No runs, a hit, no errors. We played 1 in the Rogue Valley. Scoreless between the Medford Mustangs and the Medford Rogues. We'll be right back after this on the Rogue Streaming Network.
Planning to move? Choose Pods, the most awarded container moving company. Whether you're moving across town or across the country, Pods brings the container to you. Keep it as long as you like and pack at your own pace. When you're ready, we'll take it to your new home or store it at a secure Pod storage center until you need it. And best of all, you don't have to do the driving. Trust Pods with your next move. Book at pods.com today.
Looking for a place that actually feels like home? Check out Oak Ridge Estates in Phoenix, Oregon. This manufactured home community is selling brand new 3- and 4-bedroom homes with everything ready for you. A full kitchen appliance package, private carports, extra storage, and fresh landscaping all included. It is a whole vibe, pet-friendly, all ages, and packed with perks like a saltwater pool, hot tub, fitness center, playground, and clubhouse. Stop by 300 Lumen Road or call 541-535-6227 to book your tour today. Discover your place to call home at Oak Ridge Estates. Scoreless between the Medford Mustangs and the Medford Rogues on a beautiful Thursday evening in the Rogue Valley. Alongside of BG Gould, my name is Bryan Welch. Happy to have you aboard wherever you may be tuning in. Middle of the order due up for the Medford Mustangs. Sean McFall leads off the inning, followed by Cade Pedersen and Grady Sickler. Forrest Zelmer begins his second inning on the hill. 1 strikeout so far for the Matador from CSUN. And this is a 7-inning affair between these two programs. Only an exhibition, but you can definitely feel the urgency to get runs across the plate and also have some bragging rights for the city of Medford. And BG Gold, you know this rivalry. I mean, there is a little bit of rivalry because a lot of these players for the Mustangs might be playing for the Rogues the next couple of years.
You bet they want to impress everybody here in the Valley and then go on to college and then hopefully come back and play for the Rogues.
First pitch is a breaking ball that finds the outer third, strike 1 to the third baseman, Sean McFall. He leads off the top half of it, inning number 2. Strike one pitch. Clips the outside corner. Quickly in the hole, 0-2 is Sean McFall.
Speaking of former Rogues, Bennett Thompson, who's in Single A with the Cleveland Guardians organization at Lake County, had one great professional game in his 2-year career.
0-2, line drive, left field, base hit, rounding first, digging for two is McFall, and the relay throw is going to be late. It's a leadoff double for Sean McFall.
Last night, Bennett Thompson for Lake County went 4 for 4, 2 home runs, a triple, and drove in 5 RBIs.
One on, nobody out. Here's the center fielder, Cade Pedersen. Medford nothing. Pedersen, the center fielder, going to try to drive in the eagle from Eagle Point High. Sean McFall. I'm living in Eagle Point this year, Beach, so I see the Eagle Point High School from my house in Eagle Point. First pitch. Scores for a bunt. Finds the outside corner, strike one.
And Sean McFall is one of the best Eagle Point players this spring. So
I never knew about the rivalry between Eagle Point and Crater. I never knew that until I was talking to Caleb Randolph in the bullpen. Strike one pitch, scores for a bunt, gets it down the third base side, charging in is Donovan, the throw over to first base in time. Sack bunt moves McFall over to third base and puts the Mustangs in scoring position, only 90 feet away from scoring. Officially 5-3 on the ground out. 1 on, 1 out. We are on the road second. Here's Grady Sickler. Mustangs right now trying to give the Rogues a taste of their own medicine. A little bit of that small ball. The Rogues have done that pretty good so far in 2026, Beach.
You know, they sure have. Small ball is one of the top methods of baseball.
First pitch, fastball misses downstairs and out, ball one. You always hear that phrase, playing the game of baseball, and right now the Mustangs are in a key position of doing that. Might trade it out for a run if you're the Rogues before Zelmer and company. 1 ball, no strikes. And the pitch. 1-0, fastball. Finds the upper third, strike one. Grady Sickler out of South Medford.
No, he went to Cascade Christian.
Gotcha, understood. You would be going to South Medford in the fall, but I think, yeah. That's what the website said. Maybe. But he goes to Cascade Christian.
Yeah, he goes to Cascade Christian.
1 ball, 1 strike. Breaking ball. Finds the upper third, strike two. This is a big pitch cup coming right now to keep it floating for Zelmer, feeling the adversity already in the road second. And the infield closes in now for the Rogues. Runner only 90 feet away from scoring. That's Sean McFall. He's at third base. 1-2. Fastball, knuckled foul to the right side. Still 1 ball and 2 strikes. It's not like you had a rowdy ball last night. If a fan caught the foul ball, that'd be an automatic out. But not tonight. Back to our regularly scheduled programming on the field and also with the Rogue Streaming Network. Wind still blowing into the ballpark on this Thursday evening. 1-2. Swing and a miss. Strike three. Nasty curveball there. That's that splitter from Forrest Zelmer. Second strikeout of the evening for Forrest. 1 on, 2 outs. Here's Blake Patterson.
Number 27, Blake Patero.
Patero, my apologies. Patero at the dish for his first trip of the evening. Mustangs nothing, Rogues nothing. Forrest Zelmer trying to get out of this inning unscathed. First one. First pitch, fastball finds the outside corner, strike one. Patero at the dish. Out of Cascade Christian, the challengers. Good mix of players from the Rogue Valley for this Mustang squad in 2026. Mustangs hosting the Northwest Regional and also the American Legion AAA State Championship right here at Harry and David Field. Strike one pitch off the end of the bat, right side. Rosenthal picks it up, and he taps on the bag in time for out number 3. 3 unassisted for the third and final out of the inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left. How about Forrest Elmer working around the leadoff base runner, Sean McFall? He's left on at third base. Head to the home second right after this. Due up for the Rogues, Jackson Rosenthal, Bo Blake, and Will Salahar. Scoreless between the Mustangs of Medford and the Medford Rogues. More after this on the Rogue Streaming Network. After the game is over, are you looking for more Medford Rogues content? Plank Talk is the official podcast of the Medford Rogues. Hi, this is Bryan Welch, the voice of your Rogues. Join me every week as we talk with the players, front office staff, and special guests along the way. Plank Talk drops every week during the season on the same channel you watch the Rogues. We will see you for Plank Talk. As always, go Rogues. Rogue Green CN Medford Airport is a proud supporter of Medford Rogues baseball. It's the best place to recharge your batteries in Medford. Enjoy the indoor pool and spa. Don't forget about the workout room as well. Big event or small, their banquet hall has you covered. Plus, Rogue Green CN Medford Airport is pet friendly as well. Book a stay at Rogue Green CN Medford Airport at roguegreencn.com. Your perfect place in Southern Oregon to eat, play, and stay. Hungry for pizza? Figaro's Pizza has you covered. From pizza to wings and even calzones, there is something for everybody at Figaro's. Order online at figaros.com or stop by our locations in Phoenix and Gold Hill. Check out our newest location, our Take and Bake food trailer in Eagle Point. Locally owned and operated, Figaro supports local schools and sports. Figaro's Pizza, proud supporter of Medford Rogues baseball. Scoreless between the Medford Mustangs and the Medford Rogues. Bryan Welch back with you on the Rogue Streaming Network. It's 6-7-8 due up in the order. Jackson Rosenthal leads off the inning, followed by Bo Blake and Will Salahar. First pitch from the right squares for a bunt is Jackson Rosenthal finds the outside corner, strike one. Dom Daffron begins his second inning as well. Medford's able to work around the leadoff base runner, Sean McFall. He was left on at third base. Strike one pitch, misses outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. BG Gold still with us here on the Rogue Streaming Network. And BG, you talk about this kind of this job interview per se for the Medford Mustangs with trying to be Rogues in the few years. First in the air, right field, going back is Sickler. That ball is gone. Goodbye, see you later. Jackson Rosenthal goes yard. How about that hit for Jackson Rosenthal? And the Rogues break the ice on this game. Go ahead there, Beach.
I first saw Jackson play here in Harry David when he was like an 8th grader in a Memorial weekend tournament for his youth baseball team.
And how about that hit? Second time it's gone into right field for this Rogue squad. First pitch to Bo Blake is a strike on the outer third. No balls and 1 strike. Strike one pitch, pops it up in the air, left center field, charging is Patterson at the center fielder on the run, makes the grab for out number 1. 1 down in the home second, Medford 1, Seattle 1, Medford Mustangs nothing. BG Gold, Bryan Welch with you on the Rogue Streaming Network. Here's Will Salahar for his first trip of the evening. And you've seen a lot of baseball here, Beach, especially as you call it the big house, but also at Miles Field. That was the home of the Medford A's for the longest time.
And the Southern Oregon Timberjacks.
And here's the one thing that I did not know about. First pitch to Will Salahar. Finds the inside third, strike one. Nasty pitch there. Salahar trying to get aboard for the first time tonight. Salahar this season hit ground ball to the right side, gobbled up by Painter. The throw over to first base in time for out number 2. 4-3 on the ground out. 2 down in the home second. 1-0 Medford. Here's the 9-hole hitter, Diego Grabiel. Medford 1, Medford nothing between the Rogues and the Mustangs. We'll say that throughout the whole entire evening. But you were telling me that the Mustangs used to have over 3,000 fans at the old Miles Field on a given night.
Oh, yeah. That was back in 80, 81, 82 when the Mustangs just packed Miles Field. And they went on, I think the I'm going to say the 82 team went to, they won state, went to regionals in Billings, Montana, and they had a record of 56-10. And they had 3 gentlemen on the team, Jordan Stevens and Faisal.
1-1 line drive, left center field, a base hit for Diego Grabiel, and he extends the inning with a 2-out single.
Led the team in, they had like 26, 25 home runs. And it was a great atmosphere for youth baseball in the 80s.
1 on, 2 outs. We head back to the top of the order of Jonathan Walsh. 0 for 1 so far. Rogues leading 1-0 against the Medford Mustangs. Jonathan Walsh settles in for his second trip. The guy who loves his Milo sweet tea. I know he's missing his dog, the Yellow Lab Scout, and his brother Alex wanted a shout out as well. First pitch on the way. Slider misses outside, 1 ball, no strikes. You were saying something there, Beach?
Just talking about the Mustangs' performance in 82 and 83. And then they went on to the World Series few years, and they did capture the World Series. I think it was in 97.
Ball gets away from the first baseman, Petro. A quick throw over to first base to Grabiel.
Under the guidance of Sandy Kessinger, who unfortunately passed away about 15 years ago.
1 ball, no strikes. 1-0, knuckled in the air, right field. That drops down for a hit. Rounding second, digging towards third is Grabiel, and the relay throw is late. The stop sign put up by head coach Kevin Olmstead. It's back-to-back singles that put runners at the corners, and the Rogues are cooking something up in the home second. How about that piece of hitting there by the Tennessean?
Unbelievable. That's great eye contact.
How about this? A pair of 2-out singles for the Rogues. 2 on, 2 outs. Here's Logan Macy. Rogues leading 1-0 against the Medford Mustangs in the home second. Macy today 0 for 1 so far. Rogues going to try to chase the starter Daffern out of the game. First pitch swinging in the air. Center field, Pedersen drifting to his left. Going to make the grab, and he reels it in for out number 3. And the inning comes to a close. No runs, a pair of hits, no errors. The Rogues do leave a pair on. Actually, my apologies. 1 run on 3 hits, no errors. And the Rogues leave a pair on with Grabiel at third base and Jonathan Walsh at first base. But Jackson Rosenthal goes yard in his first time in 2026. It's the Rogues leading 1-0 against the Medford Mustangs. We played 2 in the Rogue Valley. More after this on the Rogue Streaming Network. Rogue Green CN Medford Airport is a proud supporter of Medford Rogues baseball. It's the best place to recharge your batteries in Medford. Enjoy the indoor pool and spa. Don't forget about the workout room as well. Big event or small, their banquet hall has you covered. Plus, Rogue Green CN Medford Airport is pet friendly as well. Book a stay at Rogue Green CN Medford Airport at roguegreencn.com. Your perfect place in Southern Oregon to eat, play, and stay. Looking for a place that actually feels like home? Check out Oak Ridge Estates in Phoenix, Oregon. This manufactured home community is selling brand new 3- and 4-bedroom homes with everything ready for you. A full kitchen appliance package, private carports, extra storage, and fresh landscaping all included. It is a whole vibe, pet-friendly, all ages, and packed with perks like a saltwater pool, hot tub, fitness center, playground, and clubhouse. Stop by 300 Lumen Road or call 541-535-6227 to book your tour today. Discover your place to call home at Oak Ridge Estates. Top half of inning number 3 from Harry and David Field. Medford Rogues 1, Medford Mustangs nothing. Alongside of BG Gould, my name is Bryan Welch. Happy to have you aboard wherever you may be tuning in. 8-9-1 due up for the Mustangs. Morgan Austin leads off the inning, followed by Mason Snoppel and Keegan Painter. 8-9-1 in the Mustangs order. Forrest Zelmer settles in for his third inning on the hill. Pair of strikeouts so far for him. Drawing weak contact, only giving up 1 hit so far with his outing on the hill. First pitch fastball misses outside ball 1. And think about this. We had a great episode for a live episode of Plank Talk, live from Chadwick's Pub and Sports Bar inside the Rogue Regency in Medford Airport. On Monday, we'll have that for you again on June 8th. We're going to hear from Jacob Seitz, assistant coach. Off the end of the bat, slow roll to the right side, gobbles it up as Macy, the throw to first base in time for out number 1. 4-3 on the ground out for the first out of the inning. 1 down in the road third. Rogues leading 1-0 against the Medford Mustangs. Here's the 9-hole hitter, Mason Snoppel. And Beej, we're going to get you on with Greg Roberts on Monday. You excited about that?
Oh, I can't wait. I was telling everybody that I was just telling Brian that there's going to be we're going to be talking about the old days of Miles Field and the Oakland A's minor league team that was here in Medford, and that I had been part of as official scorer and director of baseball operations for the A's organization from 1988 to 2000.
Strike one pitch from Forrest Zelmer. Breaking ball misses up and in. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Had a chance to travel with them during that season and meet some great guys like Tim Hudson and Miguel Tahar and Tony Floyd and everybody. Great organization.
1-1 fastball finds the upper third, strike 2. Snoppel out of Crater High, and Crater High is known in the San Joaquin Valley of California. Seriously, because Crater High School won the historic Fresno Easter Classic, a very great baseball tournament ran by Jason Poppy. 1-2 pitch. Fastball gets away from Anthony Thomas Jr. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And that was a big win, even down in the valley. And for me, everybody in the Fresno area is like, where's this Crater School from? I'm like, I know exactly where this Crater School is from. Snoppel at the dish. Waits for the 2-2 from Forrest Zelmer. Infield playing deep around the horn. Center fielder Salahar playing way into right center. 2-2 from Zelmer.
Ooh.
Breaking ball misses up and in. Almost has to turn away as Snoppel, and the count fills. Wind blowing into the ballpark on this Thursday evening. The lone run so far tonight came from a home run from Jackson Rosenthal, a former Medford Mustang. You talk about having that job interview. Jackson was in that Medford Mustangs dugout last year. 3-2 pitch. Did he go on it? No, he did not. And Snoppel takes first. 1 out walk for the Mustangs.
The second baseman, number 13, Keegan Painter.
1 on, 1 out. We go back to the top of the order of Keegan Painter. For 1 so far this evening. Rogues leading 1-0 against the Mustangs. We are brought to you by the Awesome Pool Guy this evening. If there's your pool or hot tub need repairs, call Awesome Pool Guy, CCB 255-795. Jackson Rosenthal holding the runner at first base. Medium-sized lead for Snoppel. Middle infielders Blake and Macy definitely strategizing to turn 2. First pitch upstairs, a throw over to first base, and a great snare by Jackson Rosenthal at first base. If that ball gets past Jackson Rosenthal, that is extra bases for Snoppel. Might get over to second base, might even get over to third base because of how wild the ball goes into right field there, Beej.
Oh, yeah, it's downtown.
Now the wind's starting to blow into right field. 1-0 pitch, runner goes off the end of the bat. That's going to go right to Jackson Rosenthal, and he steps on the pillow in time for out number 2. That advances Snoppel over to second base. Painter grounds out, 3 unassisted for the second out of the inning. 2 down in the top of 3. Here's the catcher, Brady Patterson. Rogues leading 1-0 against the Medford Mustangs. And if you're the Mustangs right now, you can you've had opportunities to get runners cross. You had Sean McFall only 90 feet away back in the top half of inning number 2. He was at third base, but they could not do anything with it. Brady Patterson at the dish trying to change this game. It's a 1-0 lead for Medford. For the Rogues. First pitch, ground ball, roller towards short, gobbled up by Blake. The throw to first base in time for out number 3. And the side is retired. No runs, no hits, no errors, 1 left. Mason Snoppel left on at second base. We head to the home third right after this. 2 up for the Rogues. It's Anthony Thomas Jr., Chris Ortiz, and Nolan Donovan. Rogues leading 1-0 against the Medford Mustangs on the Rogue Streaming Network. Looking to buy or sell in the Rogue Valley? David Case of Windermere Realty has you covered. Windermere Realty has been serving the Rogue Valley for over 30 years. David, a proud husband and father, has been a broker in the Rogue Valley for almost a decade. From residential and rural to commercial, David can handle it all. Contact David Case if you're looking to buy or sell at 541-944-9330. Windermere Realty and David Case, proud supporters of Medford Rogues Baseball.
Discover the Life Plan community in the heart of the Rogue Valley. Here, your days are filled with opportunities to express yourself, engage your mind and body, and share your life with great new friends. You can connect, grow, and thrive. Our Hilltop location is near world-class vineyards, the Oregon Shakespeare Festival, and the Brit Music and Arts Festival. Rogue Valley Manor, Southern Oregon's premier Life Plan community.
It's a 1-0 lead for the Medford Rogues against their crosstown rivals, the Medford Mustangs, alongside of BG Gould. My name is Bryan Welch. Happy to have you aboard wherever you may be tuning in. Bottom half of inning number 3 from Harry and David Field. 3, 4, and 5 due up for the Rogues. Anthony Thomas Jr. followed by Chris Ortiz and Nolan Donovan. The offense so far this evening, a solo shot from Jackson Rosenthal to lead off the home second. If you're the Rogues, you got to find ways to get more offense across the plate.
Definitely, because the Mustangs could come up and bite the Rogues when you least expect it. And 1-0 lead is not going to be enough.
Anthony Thomas Jr., 1 for 1 so far this evening. Stands in for his second trip of the evening. Beautiful Thursday evening in the Rogue Valley. Glacier blue skies overhead, not a cloud in sight. It's going to be perfect tomorrow for the first fireworks show of the season. Get your tickets at medfordroguesbaseball.simpletix.com. Anthony Thomas Jr. settles in, the tall lefty who had the first home run of the season on Sunday. First pitch, fastball, escapes out of the mitt of Patterson. 1 ball, no strikes. Third baseman McFall playing even at the bag at third for the Mustangs. 1-0 pitch. Fastball swinging a miss, strike 1. Thomas Jr. today singled in the first, got over to second base, but was left stranded. Rogues have left a couple of base runners on so far this evening. 1-1 pitch. Breaking ball misses outside. 2 balls, 1 strike. Chris Ortiz waits on deck. Rogues back to their regularly scheduled programming tomorrow. That game tomorrow will count against the record. 2-1 pitch. Fastball clips the outside corner, and the count goes square at 2. We'll see the Redmond Dudes for the first game of a 3-game set. Same time, same station, 6:35. First pitch will get going at the Awesome Pool Guy on Deck show at 6:15. 2-2 from Daffrin. Fastball misses outside, and the count fills. Big pitch up coming right here, Beach.
Yeah, got to take a look at it and make it happen.
Payoff pitch. Fastball popped in the air. Left side of the infield. The shortstop, Austin, calling everybody off, but McFall snares it for out number 1. Thomas pops out for the first out of the inning. Base is empty, 1 out. Here's the DH man, Chris Ortiz. Rogues leading 1-0 against the Medford Mustangs. We are in the home third. Chris Ortiz settles in for his second trip. So more importantly, Rogues going to try to find that Achilles heel in the starter of Daffrin. Second time through the order for this Rogue squad so far tonight against the starter of Daffrin. First pitch, swerve misses downstairs, ball 1.
Yeah, Dom had a great career at North Medford, and now he's at Lynn Benton.
1 ball, no strikes. Fastball hits it in the air, sky high in the right field. A Sickler, the right fielder, on the run, and he lets that one trail foul into the bullpen of the Mustangs. Not their usual location. The Mustangs, the other tenants at Harry and David Field, besides the Rogues and South Medford High School. They occupy that third base dugout. Strike 1. Also this season, the Mustangs will occupy Field 9 behind Harry and David Field when they welcome in the Eugene Challengers. 1 ball, 1 strike. Fastball, chopper to the left side, taken by McFall, the third baseman, bobbles it, and he can attempt to throw, and
E5.
And Chris Ortiz gets on base, and see what the official scorekeeper says. B.G. Gould says it is a error. They're going to say officially E5, so Chris Ortiz reaches on an error. 1 on, 1 out. Here's the third baseman, Nolan Donovan. Medford at 1, Medford at nothing on this Thursday evening. Our good friend Bill Crawford's going to be on the call for the Eugene Challengers this summer. Go say hi to him before he's on the call. That'll be the series with the California Tigers here at Harry and David Field. Beach. First pitch, ground ball right to the first baseman, Petro. Throws it over to second base for the double play. Caught in the pickle as Chris Ortiz gets the tag on him. So it's a 3-6 on the double play, and the inning comes to a close. No runs, no hits, 1 error. We have played 3 in the Rogue Valley, all Rogues on this Thursday evening. Medford 1, Medford nothing. More after this on the Rogue Streaming Network.
Planning to move? Choose Pods, the most awarded container moving company. Whether you're moving across town or across the country, Pods brings the container to you. Keep it as long as you like and pack at your own pace. When you're ready, we'll take it to your new home or store it at a secure Pod storage center until you need it. And best of all, you don't have to do the driving. Trust Pods with your next move. Book at pods.com today.
Looking for a place that actually feels like home? Check out Oak Ridge Estates in Phoenix, Oregon. This manufactured home community is selling brand new 3- and 4-bedroom homes with everything ready for you. A full kitchen appliance package, private carports, extra storage, and fresh landscaping all included. It is a whole vibe, pet-friendly, all ages, and packed with perks like a saltwater pool, hot tub, fitness center, playground, and clubhouse. Stop by 300 Lumen Road or call 541-535-6227 to book your tour today. Discover your place to call home at Oak Ridge Estates. It's a 1-0 lead for the Medford Rogues alongside with B.G. Gould. My name is Bryan Welch. Happy to have you aboard wherever you may be tuning in. Top half of inning number 4. Easton Douglas leads off the inning, followed by Sean McFall and Cade Pedersen. First pitch, ground ball to the right side, gobbled up by the second baseman Logan Macy. Throws over to first base, is on the money. 1 pitch, 1 out to begin the top of 4. 4-3 on the ground down. B.G. Gould, you were saying something during the commercial break that you know the Douglas family really well.
Yeah, I know the Douglas family very well. Easton's older brother, Tanner, just graduated from Oregon State, had a great career at both the University of Portland and at Oregon State, and had a pretty good strikeout walk ratio this year in relief for the Beavers.
Bases empty, 1 out. Here's Sean McFall. 1 for 1 so far this evening. Rogues leading 1-0 against the Mustangs. Infield playing deep around the horn for the Rogues. Outfield playing deep, and Salahar a couple of paces into right center. And the pitch misses upstairs. Ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes. You think about, when you say Beavers, our good friend Mike Parker just texted me right now, Beach.
Uh-oh. 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 What did he say?
2 balls and no strikes. Fastball misses upstairs, ball 3. Good friend of ours, Mike Parker, the voice of the Oregon State Beavers. And I got to ask you, Beach, you're a diehard Oregon State fan. Thoughts about how the season went for the Beavers baseball squad?
It went very well, considering for 2 years they had to play independent ball, and that hurt him in some of the rankings. But they played very well, and unfortunately, when you lose a starting pitcher in Dax Whitney, then they had to go to the bullpen and try to find somebody to step up and replace Dax in the rotation on a weekend. And I think they found one that you kind of know, Brian.
That's right. One on and one out. Here's Cade Pedersen. First pitch fouled off of the right side, strike one. And the pitcher you're alluding to there, Beach, is a young man named Trey Morris, guy who grew up in Easton, California, just south of Fresno on the 41. Went to Washington Union High School. Actually, a two-way player for the Panthers. Great pitcher and a great hitter.
And he, I think he ended up 7-0 this year for the Beavers.
No balls and a strike to the lefty, Cade Pedersen. 0 for 1 so far. Runner goes, line drive, left center field, base hit. Rounding second, digging for three is Sean McFall. And the stop sign's put up, and it's a double off the bat of Cade Pedersen. And the Mustangs are back in business with runners in scoring position.
And Cade was the Southwest Conference Player of the Year in high school out of North Medford High School.
So 2 on, 1 out. We are on the road to fourth. Here's the right footer, Grady Sickler. 0 for 1 so far tonight. Rogues leading 1-0 against the Medford Mustangs. Mustangs threatening already here. They've only had no runs on 2 hits in that 1 error. But the bugaboo so far this evening has been leaving runners on. But Forrest Elmer's been able to handle the adversity well on the hill for the Rogues. Sickler today, 0 for 1 so far. Jackson Rosenthal playing even at the bag at first. First pitch squares for a bunt. Bunch through it, says the home plate umpire, Chris Bevan. Strike one. And it's kind of funny you bring up Dax Whitney. Didn't you meet Dax here at Harry and David Field when he was playing for an American Legion team?
Yes, Greg Roberts and I had the opportunity to meet Dax when he played in the, it was like actually the Coach K Memorial Tournament, which is coming up next month. And Dax was a pretty good pitcher for the Idaho team. And then last year I had a chance, when Greg and I went up there to watch the Beavers play, we had a chance to officially meet Dax.
1-1 misses downstairs the off speed at 2 balls, 1 strike. Runners at second and third. Sean McFall at third base. Cade Pedersen at second. Center fielder Will Salahar a couple of paces into right center. Glacier blue skies. Wind blowing into the ballpark on this Thursday evening. 2-1 from Forrest. Fastball misses down and in. 3 balls, 1 strike.
So next year, I'm not sure. Maybe you could help me on who's going to be in the league next year.
The Pac-12?
Or the Pac-12 besides Oregon State and Washington State.
Well, you have Fresno State, my alma mater. You have San Diego State. You have Gonzaga, Dallas Baptist, and you have Texas State in the league.
All right.
3 balls and 1 strike, and the pitch. 3-1, knuckled foul in the air down that right field line, giving chase to Grabiel, and it trails foul.
And
the count fills.
Speaking of Washington State, we kind of know someone on that club that had one great season for the Cougs, despite missing 2 weeks of action with a hamstring. Trevor Smith from El Cajon, California. We call him Chubbs.
You mean the blonde bomber from El Cajon?
The blonde bomber from El Cajon.
Payoff pitch up coming to the righty, Grady Sickler. Pedro waits on deck, and the 3-2 pitch misses up and out. And the bases are juiced for the Medford Mustangs, all with 1 out in the top half of inning number 4. A lot of adversity facing the starter Forrest Zelmer, and that ushers a conversation with the pitching coach, Nick Berger. So with bases loaded, 1 out. This pause the action is brought to you by the Awesome Pool Guy. Does your pool or hot tub need repairs? Call Awesome Pool Guy, CCB 255-795. Also, we're brought to you by Figaro's Pizza. From pizza to wings, even calzones, Figaro's Pizza has you covered. Order online at figaros.com or come by our locations at Phoenix, Gold Hill, and our newest location in Eagle Point, locally owned and operated, and a proud supporter of sports and your Rogues. Bases loaded, 1 out. Rogues leading 1-0 against the Medford Mustangs. Beach, go ahead.
And Trevor ended up hitting over 300 for the Cougs, patrolling center field, and he had an unbelievable freshman season, and he got to play the last 26 games here for the Rogues, patrolling center field and the leadoff spot.
And he was a lot of fun to watch last year at Harry and David Field, and I got to see him play down in California when the Cougars took on Cal Poly in an early season matchup. But also, more importantly, he adjusted really well to Mountain West Conference play, because Mountain West Conference baseball is primarily elevation baseball.
Yes,
you play
he
a
did.
lot of games in elevation, and a guy who's in the outfield, you have to track down a lot of fly balls, and he did a really good job of doing that. First pitch swing and a miss to Blake Pedro. 0 for 1 so far. Bases loaded, 1 out. We are in the road to 4th. And right now, we've heard about this pitching staff facing adversity, and this is a big opportunity to hold true to that statement. Can Forrest Elmer get out of this jam? Ahead, no balls and a strike. Slider misses downstairs. 1 ball, 1 strike. Pedro today grounded out to the first baseman, Jackson Rosenthal, the former Medford Mustang, currently Medford Rogue. And you brought up a good point there, Beej, about this job interview for these Mustangs. They might be future Rogues
Yes,
in the next couple of years.
Definitely.
McFall at third, Pedersen at second, Sickler at first base. 1-1. Fastball, swing and a miss, strike 2. Nasty pitch there. Kind of a golf swing by Petro. McFall's at third base due to a walk. Pedersen got aboard with a double. Sickler drew a 1-out walk. You can still turn 2 to get out of the inning. One ball, 2 strikes. And the pitch. 1-2. Misses downstairs and out. Count goes square at 2. That was that splitter for Zelmer. If you're the Mustangs, you can definitely trade it out for a run with the game of baseball. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Zelmer ready and fires it home. 2-2, swing and a miss, strike 3. 3 strikeouts for Forrest Zelmer, and a crucial second out recorded in this inning.
That was a big out, big out.
So bases loaded, 2 outs. Here's the 8-hole hitter, the shortstop, Morgan Austin. Rogues leading 1-0 against the Medford Mustangs on this beautiful Thursday evening in the Rogue Valley. The righty Austin 0 for 1 so far tonight. But you alluded to the new look Pac-12 next year, Beej, for the baseball conference. And this is going to be a very competitive conference, and with the Beavers in the league, but also with Fresno State with their pedigree for winning a lot of conference titles, while in the Mountain West Conference, Dallas Baptist with their great resume with going to a lot of regionals over the years. And Gonzaga, Pac-12 next year might be a 4-team bid league next year in the postseason.
Definitely.
Strike 1 pitch. Misses upstairs. 1 ball, 1 strike. Austin today 0 for 1 so far. Got it out to the second baseman, Macy, back in the third. Bases loaded. We are in the road to 4th. McFall at third, Pedersen at second, Sickler at first base. 1-1. Fastball off to the right side. Bobbled by Jackson Rosenthal. Recovers nicely. Steps on the pillow in time for out number 3. And the side comes to a close. How about this? Facing adversity has been that storyline so far in the early part of 2026. And Forrest Zelmer handles the adversity well. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, but the Medford Mustangs leave the bases loaded on this Thursday evening in the Rogue Valley, and a very impressive showing for Forrest Zelmer on the hill. When we go to the home half of inning number 4, Jackson Rosenthal, Bo Blake, and Will Salahar due up for the Rogues. Medford leading 1-0 against the Medford Mustangs. More after this on the Rogue Streaming Network. After the game is over, are you looking for more Medford Rogues content? Plank Talk is the official podcast of the Medford Rogues. Hi, this is Bryan Welch, the voice of your Rogues. Join me every week as we talk with the players, front office staff, and special guests along the way. Plank Talk drops every week during the season on the same channel you watch the Rogues. We will see you for Plank Talk. As always, go Rogues. Rogue Green CN Medford Airport is a proud supporter of Medford Rogues baseball. It's the best place to recharge your batteries in Medford. Enjoy the indoor pool and spa. Don't forget about the workout room as well. Big event or small, their banquet hall has you covered. Plus, Rogue Green CN Medford Airport is pet friendly as well. Book a stay at Rogue Green CN Medford Airport at roguegreencn.com. Your perfect place in Southern Oregon to eat, play, and stay. Hungry for pizza? Figaro's Pizza has you covered. From pizza to wings and even calzones, there is something for everybody at Figaro's. Order online at figaros.com or stop by our locations in Phoenix and Gold Hill. Check out our newest location, our Take and Bake food trailer in Eagle Point. Locally owned and operated, Figaro's supports local schools and sports. Figaro's Pizza, proud supporter of Medford Rogues baseball. Jackson Rosenthal leads off the home fourth from Harry and David Field. It's all Rogues on this Thursday evening. Rogues 1, Mustangs nothing, alongside with the Medford legend, or the mayor of Medford, B.G. Gould. My name is Bryan Welch. Happy to have you aboard.
As Mike Parker says.
Happy to have you aboard wherever you may be tuning in. It's Jackson Rosenthal, followed by Bo Blake and Will Salahar. 6, 7, 8 due up in the Rogues lineup. Jackson Rosenthal responsible for the lone run so far this evening. Had 2 balls and no strikes. 2-0 pitch, misses upstairs for ball 3.
And there's a little tournament that starts tomorrow around the United States.
That's right, the Super Regionals. I know that you're going to be pulling for Auburn.
Yes.
Or as you say, you have that one bullet left in the chamber.
And he is a very good ball player for Auburn University. His name is Ethan Bingaman. I met him probably 2, maybe 3 years ago when the South Medford baseball team spent a week down in Arizona at the Big Bob's high school tournament. And I got to meet this Ethan kid. His dad was one of the coaches. Great kid, great athlete. And they actually spent last summer on the USAA Traveling All-Star team. He's a great kid.
That's good to hear. 4-pitch walk for Jackson Rosenthal. He's aboard at first base. 1 on, nobody out. Here's the shortstop, Blow Blake. Ahead 1 ball and no strikes. Daffrin delivers. The 1-0 pitch fouled off to the screen at strike 1.
Your attention, please. For the Mustangs.
Actually, it's a new pitcher in there for the Medford Mustangs.
Number 1, Freeman Roundtree.
And they're going to send out Freedom Roundtree.
Who's from Ashland and Lassen.
Actually, college teammates of Jackson Rosenthal.
Yes.
1-1 pitch, throws it over to first base. Chases back Jackson Rosenthal. Roundtree, one of the 2 players from a college on this American Legion squad. Hit by the pitch, and Bo Blake takes first. So a walk from Rosenthal, hit by pitch by Bo Blake. Puts 2 on, nobody out. Here's the left fielder, Will Salahar. Rogues leading 1-0 against the Medford Mustangs. We are in the home fourth. I forgot to talk about the out-of-town scoreboard, brought to you by Holt Homes, built for the Pacific Northwest. Only one other game going on right now in the Pacific Empire League. It's actually opening day in California for the Solano Mudcats. It's actually... it's a 22-3 lead for the Concord Zephyrs against the Solano Mudcats. That has to be a mistake, but we'll get that scoreboard updated for you. So that's the only game going on right now in the Pacific Empire League. 2 on, nobody out. Here's the lefty, Will Salahar. Roundtree waits, scores for a bunt of Salahar to the third base side, and picked up by McFall. How about McFall with a great play at third? Salahar lines out for the first out of the inning. 2 on, 1 out. We are in the home fourth. Here's the 9-hole hitter, Diego Grabiel. Rogues leading 1-0 against the Medford Mustangs. And think about this. You talk about that job interview, Beach. McFall wants to play for the Rogues the next couple of years.
Oh, yeah.
With that play.
Like you said, he was one of the top athletes for Eagle Point this spring. Had a great spring season.
2 on, 1 out. Rosenthal at second base. Blake at first. Diego Grabiel 1 for 1 so far. First pitch fastball misses outside to ball 1. And the thing is, talking about Eagle Point and the Crater rivalry, my host family, Sage, she's a sophomore at Eagle Point, great soccer player and great track and field athlete. I said, I got to get an Eagle Point shirt to support the Eagles. 1-0 pitch off the end of the bat. And it's a ground ball, left field, rounding third, racing towards home as Rosenthal speeding towards home. And the relay throw is late. The throw to third base bounces away. And it's an RBI double off the bat of Diego Grabiel. And it's a 2-0 lead for the Rogues.
And speaking of Eagle Point, they did something this year that has never been done in the history of that rivalry. They swept the Crater Comets.
I know our friend Caleb Randolph's probably not happy about that one, but the Rogues are happy about that scoreboard. That ushers a conversation on the hill after a huge RBI double off the bat of Diego Grabiel. Pitching coach for the Medford Mustangs heads out, and they're going to have a conference on the hill, the whole entire infield convening. And right now, this Pause the Action is brought to you by Figaro's Pizza. From pizza to wings and even calzones, Figaro's Pizza has you covered. Order online at figaros.com or come by our locations in Phoenix, Gold Hill, and our newest location in Eagle Point, locally owned and operated, and a proud supporter of sports and your Rogues.
And that gentleman that is serving as a pitching coach for the Mustangs is a gentleman named Brett Wolf. He was longtime high school coach for North Medford High School. He took a couple of years off and decided to live in Seaside, where he actually coached Seaside for a couple of years. But when there was an opening in North Medford, Brett decided I'm coming back to my hometown, and he took over the Tornado this year and led him to the state playoffs.
2 on, 1 out. Here's Jonathan Walsh. First pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Strike one. Walsh today 1 for 2 so far. We are in the home fourth. Rogues leading 2-0 against the Medford Mustangs. You've been hearing the great sounds of B.G. Gould on the Rogue Streaming Network. And one of our good friends, former voice of the Medford Rogues, one of our guests for Plank Talk earlier in the month of May. 1-0-1 misses downstairs and out. 1 ball and 1 strike. Emma Tiedemann sent a picture of us to her. She's the play-by-play voice, the Portland Sea Dogs. She said, I love the photo.
Yes.
And she said, hi, Beach. 1 ball and 1 strike to Jonathan Walsh. Blake at third, Grabiel at second base, 1-1. Fastball, line drive, right center
base
field,
hit.
base hit. That scores Blake, rounding third, racing towards home is Grabiel, and the relay throw is not in time. 2-run double for Jonathan Walsh. Get the Milo T out in Dover, Tennessee. It's a 3-spot put up in the home fourth. It's a 4-0 lead for the Rogues. How about that hitting right there by the Dover, Tennessee native Jonathan Walsh, Beach?
Oh, yes, that was a great off-speed shot, off-field shot to right field, and got the speed and drove in 2 runs.
This game does not count, but the Rogues finding their offensive footing tonight. Slow start, but the Rogues offense starting to wake up, similar to what you might have saw on Sunday. First pitch to the righty, Logan Macy, fastball. Finds the upper third, strike one. Macy today has not reached on base, 0 for 2 so far. Strike one pitch, pops it up in the air. In the middle of the infield, the shortstop, Austin calling everybody off, makes the grab for out number 2. Macy pops out for the second out of the inning. 1 on, 2 outs. Here is Anthony Thomas Jr. It's a 4-0 lead for the Medford Rogues. We are in the home fourth. And getting back to the Eagle Point story, Beach, I was asking my host family, I was asking Sage, she's a sophomore at Eagle Point, and I said, I gotta get a couple of Eagle Point shirts to wear, because I like wearing high school shirts. I told Caleb Randolph this story. He was not too pleased with me. Caleb Randolph, the former Crater Comet, said, if you wear an Eagle Point shirt, I might disown you, Brian. So I have to stride the fence and get a Crater Comet shirt and an Eagle Point shirt. First pitch fastball misses outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Jackson Rosenthal led off the inning with a walk. Bo Blake was hit by a pitch. Will Salahar lined out. Diego Grabiel drove in with an RBI double. Jonathan Walsh with a 2-run double. 1-0, misses outside, ball 2. Jonathan Walsh with that 2-run double makes it a 3-run frame. 3 runs on 2 hits so far in the home fourth. 4 runs, 6 hits, no errors for the Rogues on this Thursday exhibition night in the Rogue Valley. 2-0 pitch. Fastball misses upstairs, ball 3. And Beach, I guess I got to get a T-shirt for every high school in the Valley. I guess I got to get a Crater shirt? Got to get an Eagle Point shirt? Maybe a South Medford shirt?
Oh, I think I could get that handled between Coach Wolf and Coach Moody. I think we can handle that.
The thing is, we got to name this the BG Gold Press Box at Harry and David Field, but also at Spiegelberg Stadium just up the road where both football teams play at in the fall. 3 balls and a strike to the lefty Anthony Thomas Jr. runner at second base. That's Jonathan Walsh. The 3-1 pitch. Fastball outside to ball 4. Thomas Jr. takes first, puts runners at first and second of 2 outs in the home fourth. 2 on, 2 outs. We are in the home fourth. The Rogues leading 4-0 against the Medford Mustangs. Here's Chris Ortiz. Beautiful evening for baseball in the Rogue Valley, but more importantly, Beach, we have to make it the BG Gold Press Box. Seriously, because you are a staple at both Stiegelberg and also here at Harry and David Field.
Oh, yes. And speaking of Harry and David Field.
Uh-oh.
Long time ago.
Runner goes. First pitch. The throw over to third base. Sails over the head of the third baseman, McFall. Here's Jonathan Walsh. And Jonathan Walsh scampers towards home. So an errant throw by the catcher, Patterson, scores another run for the Rogues. It's a 4 spot in the fourth.
When Harry and David was built prior to, I think, 2010 season, we barely had stands except for the main grandstand, okay, and the press box. All this other stuff was on basically a rock pile.
1-0, chopper left side, takes it at McFall at third base. The throw over to first, and it's bobbled by the first baseman, Petro, and he says he's safe. So Chris Ortiz aboard, and that is going to be an error. Question is, Beach, E5 or E3?
I would say E3.
Okay. Second time Chris Ortiz has reached on air.
We're going to have a conference between Coach King and first base ump.
That's Dan Conklin tonight at first base. John King going to talk about this call. The question is, the call on the field, Chris Ortiz is safe at first.
And we're going to have a little conference.
Second time we've had a conference so far this evening. So the call on the field is that Chris Ortiz is safe. And the second time Chris Ortiz has been involved in an umpire discussion. You remember in that series finale on Sunday,
yes,
he was caught in that pickle and he was called safe. And then the call was challenged, so to speak. And they're going to say he's safe as Dan Conklin, the first base umpire. So Chris Ortiz puts runners at first and second. So he reaches on the out for the second time.
Before we had the all the stands, there was I think it was a Walt Disney movie or a baseball movie that was actually filmed here. And Bill Rao, who later became one of the Rogues managers, was the director of the movie. And Darwin Barney, former all-star for Oregon State and professional baseball, was in that movie.
Ninth batter so far in the fourth inning. Runners at first and second. That's Thomas Jr. at second base. Ortiz at first. No balls and a strike. Fastball misses downstairs and in. 1 ball and 1 strike to Nolan Donovan. 0 for 2 so far tonight. Grounded in for the force out to close out the first inning. Grounded into a 3-6 double play. Donovan trying to reach on base for the first time this evening. It's a 5-0 lead for Medford in the home fourth. Runner goes off speed, misses, actually finds the bottom third. Strike 2.
And I think the Cubs just took care of the A's in the bottom of the ninth.
A walk-off win at Wrigley between the Cubs and the A's. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Donovan trying to extend the inning. 3 errors so far committed in this game so far. Splinters it foul to that left side. Still 1 ball and 2 strikes. Jackson Rosenthal waits on deck. Ortiz at first base. Thomas Jr. at second base. We gotta get Bill Rowell on the broadcast. I got to negotiate with Bill.
I think I can grab him.
Well, Bill Rao does a great job with the Oregon State Beavers with Rich Burks during the TV broadcast on the CW. 1-2 pitch. Fastball misses up and out, and the count goes square at 2. But also pick his brain when he was the skipper of the Rogues, because my first time coming up to the Rogue Valley was in 2022. Remember that time, Beach? That was a momentous time in Fresno A's history in the franchise. The A's took 2 out of 3 from the Rogues, first time ever in franchise history. Deuce is wild in the pitch. 2-2 swing and a miss, strike 3 on the curveball. Donovan down on strikes, and the inning comes to a close. That is the first strikeout for Freedom Roundtree in relief of Dom Daffron. The first strikeout for the Mustangs pitching staff tonight. 4 runs come across on 2 hits. Couple of errors committed, and the Rogues leave a pair on. Anthony Thomas Jr. at second base, Chris Ortiz at first. We have played 4 in the Rogue Valley. It's all Medford on this Thursday evening. Rogues 5, Mustangs nothing. Awesome Pool Guy 5th inning coming up right after this on the Rogue Streaming Network. Looking to buy or sell in the Rogue Valley? David Case of Windermere Realty has you covered. Windermere Realty has been serving the Rogue Valley for over 30 years. David, a proud husband and father, has been a broker in the Rogue Valley for almost a decade. From residential and rural to commercial, David can handle it all. Contact David Case if you're looking to buy or sell at 541-944-9330. Windermere Realty and David Case, proud supporters of Medford Rogues Baseball.
Discover the Life Plan community in the heart of the Rogue Valley. Here, your days are filled with opportunities to express yourself, engage your mind and body, and share your life with great new friends. You can connect, grow, and thrive. Our hilltop location is near world-class vineyards, the Oregon Shakespeare Festival, and the Brit Music and Arts Festival. Rogue Valley Manor, Southern Oregon's premier Life Plan community.
It's a 5-0 lead for the Medford Rogues against the Medford Mustangs. Top half of inning number 5 from Harry and David Field. BG Gould, Bryan Welch with you on the Rogue Streaming Network. New pitcher on the hill for the Rogues. It is Austin Vaughn in relief of the starter Forrest Elmer. And this pitching change is brought to you by KTVL 10, Southern Oregon's home for sports and entertainment. Final line score for Forrest Elmer, 4 innings on the hill, 1 inning better than his first start last week against the Seattle Studs. Gave up 2 hits, no runs, issued 2 walks, but struck out 3 Mustang batters, and the first batter he faces is the 9-hole hitter, the left-footer Mason Snopple, followed by Keegan Painter and Brady Patterson. 9, 1, and 2 due up in the Mustang batting order in Beach. The Mustangs have had opportunities to get runners across. They left the bases loaded in the top half of inning number 4. Something has to give for this Mustang offense tonight.
They do. They just, they just can't leave runners on in scoring position, and that's their bugaboo tonight.
Austin Vaughn played a little bit of right field on Sunday afternoon's game. First pitch, slider misses downstairs and out. 1 ball, no strikes. Snopple today reached on a walk back in the 3rd, got over to second base, was left stranded. Hit 1 ball and no strikes. Pitch misses upstairs for ball 2. Snopple out of Crater High School. We talked about the comments a little bit ago about that great tournament win at the Fresno, California Easter Classic, taking down a very good Bullard squad. 2-0 pitch. Misses upstairs, ball 3. Think about Crater High School bringing 12 guys to the San Joaquin Valley and walking away with that great tournament victory, as opposed to Bullard High School having 25 guys in that opposing dugout. 3-0 from Vaughn. Fastball finds the inside corner, strike 1. Vaughn out of Lane Community College, the Prineville, Oregon native. Behind 3 balls and a strike. Wind blowing into the ballpark on this Thursday evening. 3 balls, 1 strike. 3-1, misses inside ball 4. Snopple takes first. Leadoff walk issued by Austin Vaughn. One on, nobody out. We head back to the top of the order of Keegan Painter, 0 for 2 so far tonight. Rogues leading 5-0 against the Medford Mustangs, and BG Gould has been with us the whole entire time. It's been a lot of fun picking the mayor of Medford's brain throughout this whole entire evening. And you talked about it earlier, Beach, about the Medford Mustangs in the 1980s playing at Miles Field, home of the Medford A's and home of the Southern Oregon Timberjacks in a later life. First offering home. Breaking ball, finds the inside corner strike one. Good location by Vaughn. Painter today 0 for 2 so far, grounded out both times in the first and the third. But Miles Field is where the Walmart's at. But if the parking lot could tell stories, I bet a lot of stories could be told about old Miles Field there, Beach.
Oh, definitely. Probably the craziest one was the night that we were playing Bellingham Mariners.
Okay.
And I don't know if was and matter of fact, fortunately, I think the pitcher that was involved got released when they got back to Bellingham because, and this is a true story, he actually, if people realize, what Miles Field looked like in the stands.
0-2 from Vaughn. Bouncy ball gets away from the catcher, Thomas Jr., and Snopple advances to second base, and a stolen base for the Mustangs.
He literally threw the proverbial wild pitch. He just chucked it over the whole backstop and landed on Highway 99. That's true story.
And for those who know about Bellingham, that's where the Bells play. Is that the Bells, who are the summer ball team up in Bellingham? That's the same field that they played at way back in the day, Beach?
Yeah, and the game was here at Miles Field. Okay,
gotcha.
And Bellingham's field is where I first saw some athlete named Ken Griffey Jr.
Ah.
And so there was that play involved Bellingham, and another play that involved Bellingham at Miles Field was Ken Griffey Jr. was playing right field. No, excuse me, he was playing center field, and a fly ball in shallow.
Swing and a miss on the slider. How about that pitch from Austin Vaughn right there? First strikeout for him on the hill in relief there, Beach.
That's unbelievable. Anyway, fly ball to right field, and the right fielder was camped on it, and Griffey just came flying over, snagged it out of the air, and immediately went to the first base dugout to end the inning. He was that quick.
1 on and 1 out. Here's the lefty, Brady Patterson, 0 for 2 so far tonight. It's a 5-0 lead for the Medford Rogues. Austin Vaughn on the hill, getting his first strikeout in a Medford Rogues uniform tonight. First pitch. Good off-speed, finds the inside corner, strike one.
And another night at Miles Field was the night that the A's were going to unleash their number one pick of high school, Todd Van Poppel. We had like 4,000 people there in stand. The kids sat in, some of the players
Spurs for a bunt, gets it down the first base side, and it trails foul.
Some of the fans
0-2.
Sat out in the outfield warning track, and CNN was there, ESPN was there, and I didn't realize I called this one number to give the Texas Rangers organization the update on Todd Van Poppel, and I didn't realize my voice was being plugged over Arlington Stadium where the Rangers play, talking about Todd Van Poppel's performance.
0-2 misses downstairs. 1 ball, 2 strikes. So you called in to the Rangers, and you did not realize at the time that it was over the loudspeaker at Arlington Stadium.
Yes.
Wow.
Talking about Todd Van Poppel.
Snoppel at second base, medium-sized lead for the Medford Mustangs. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Macy playing near the lip in right center. The 1-2 pitch in the air, foul down the left field side. Will do it again.
Unfortunately, this is another sad thing about the situation with the A's. At that time, the Oakland A's wanted the minor league team close by Oakland for, quick call-ups, okay? And so they built the stadium in Sacramento where the A's are playing right now, and
Misses downstairs and in. The count goes square at 2.
So the AAA team for Oakland was in Vancouver, BC, so that opened up a 3,000-seat stadium, and so the A's, after the 99 season, moved to Vancouver, BC, but also what happened was
2-2. 2-2, hits it in the air, left field, tracking down as Walsh on the run, calling everybody off as Bill Blake, and he makes the one-hand grab for out number 2.
Unfortunately, we gave up probably one of the best clubhouses I've ever seen in minor league baseball that was on the Miles Field location. We had 3 big rows of locker. We had a player's lounge. We had big training room, manager's office. It was better than some AAA ballparks.
1 on, 2 outs. There's the lefty, Easton Douglas. First pitch misses outside, ball 1. B.G. Gould telling us some stories about the old Miles Field. If you're ever in the Medford area, you can actually see the old Miles Field. Well, the remnants of Miles Field. It's actually where the Walmart is, just north of the ballpark. And I would guess, we've talked about this before, Beach, the Miles Field 1-0 pitch. Fastball misses upstairs, 2 balls, no strikes. Same dimensions as Harry and David Field a bit, would you say, Beach?
Yeah, I would say same dimensions. The only crazy thing about Miles Field and right field, it was a sun field, and you could not. They tried everything.
2-0, bouncer foul down the first base side.
To put a shield up, behind the third base dugout to block the sun, and they tried everything. So, but it was a nice little minor league ballpark, and but it was Walmart decided to come in, and so for 2 or 3 years, no place was played, and so finally Harry and David was built, and a lot of people said this is an awesome field for high school and college baseball.
So was it South Medford that played there, Beach?
Yeah, South Medford plays here.
No, I mean, at Miles Field.
Yeah, they played at Miles Field.
3-1 pitch, fouls it off to the screen. Count fills to
and they
Easton Douglas.
Mainly used the old high school field which is now Oakdale Middle School, and since then it's been leveled as the freshman and JV field.
Shortstop Logan Macy on the grass in right center for the Rogues. Center fielder Will Salahar playing a couple of paces into left center. 3 balls, 2 strikes, and the pitch to the 0-2 hitter, Easton Douglas. Pitch from Austin Vaughn. 3-2, line drive, right center field, base hit. Rounding third, racing towards home is Snoppel, and the relay throw is late. RBI single for Easton Douglas, and the Rogues give up the first run to the Medford Mustangs. Medford Mustangs on the scoreboard for the first time tonight.
Now batting the third baseman from Eagle Point High School.
But like I said, I wish we could have literally take that whole clubhouse and moved over here, because it was the best clubhouse in minor league baseball.
That's a good point there, Beach. if we had a clubhouse, I mean, the clubhouse is pretty cool. I mean, you had the bullpen. First pitch to the righty, breaking ball, Curzon for a strike on the inside corner, strike one. Sean McFall today, 1 for 1 so far for a walk. The young man from Eagle Point High has looked pretty good in this pseudo job interview against the Medford Rogues. Small lead for Easton Douglas at first base. No balls, 1 strike. Inside, turns away from it. 1 ball, 1 strike. You have Miles Field. You have Harry and David.
But I tell you what, the city of Medford has done an unbelievable shot of all the youth and soccer fields here in the
1-1,
Rogue
high
Valley.
chopper to the left side, takes it is Bo Blake. The throw over to first base in time. How about Bo Blake off the hop, makes the play, and it's a huge third out to close out the inning. That is 6-3 on the ground out. No runs, no hits, no errors, 1 left. Mason Snoppel left on at second base. But actually, my apologies, 1 run comes across on that hit. 1 run, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left. Easton Douglas left on at first base. We head to the home 5th right after this. Due up for the Rogues. We'll have that for you when we come right back after this. Medford leading 5-1 against the Medford Mustangs. More after this on the Rogue Streaming Network.
Planning to move? Choose Pods, the most awarded container moving company. Whether you're moving across town or across the country, Pods brings the container to you. Keep it as long as you like and pack at your own pace. When you're ready, we'll take it to your new home or store it at a secure pod storage center until you need it. And best of all, you don't have to do the driving. Trust Pods with your next move. Book at pods.com today.
Looking for a place that actually feels like home? Check out Oak Ridge Estates in Phoenix, Oregon. This manufactured home community is selling brand new 3- and 4-bedroom homes with everything ready for you. A full kitchen appliance package, private carports, extra storage, and fresh landscaping all included. It is a whole vibe, pet-friendly, all ages, and packed with perks like a saltwater pool, hot tub, fitness center, playground, and clubhouse. Stop by 300 Lumen Road or call 541-535-6227 to book your tour today. Discover your place to call home at Oak Ridge Estates. It's a 5-1 lead for the Medford Rogues on this Thursday evening. We continue in the Awesome Pool Guy 5th inning. Did your pool or hot tub need repairs? Call Awesome Pool Guy CCB 255-795. Need to replace your vinyl pool liner? Call the Awesome Pool Guy CCB 255-795. And for the second straight inning, Jackson Rosenthal leads off the inning, followed by Bo Blake and Will Salahar. Medford, the Mustangs, getting a run across in the top half of inning number 5. And we are hearing stories from the land of Medford, the mayor of Medford, Mary of Mr. B.G. Gould, joining us on the Rogue Streaming Network. It's kind of an off night for you, Beej. You're not doing the stats, but you're over here in our broadcast booth. First pitch on the way is a fastball, actually slider, finds the inside corner, strike one. New pitcher in for the Medford Mustangs. It is Jake Lewis, third arm use so far this evening for the Mustangs. And this pitching change and all season long are brought to you by KTVL 10, Southern Oregon's home for sports and entertainment. Tell us a little bit about Jake Lewis there, B.G. Gould.
He had one phenomenal senior season for the Panthers, and he's going to go to Warner Pacific Baseball next spring. He was first team, maybe second team. So, but did a great job for the Panthers.
3 balls and a strike to Jackson Rosenthal. Rosenthal tonight, 1 for 1 off a walk. This game does not count towards the stats, but Jackson Rosenthal, if the stats did count, have his first home run of 2026, 3 balls and a strike. Fastball misses outside of ball 4, leadoff walk for Jackson Rosenthal. He takes first.
And matter of fact, first game for Jake Lewis this past spring was at Ashland High School playing the Grizzlies, and he punched out 16.
And think about this. Jackson Rosenthal went to Ashland High. The Rogue Valley Connection leadoff base runner on. Here's the shortstop, Bo Blake. It's a 5-1 lead for the Medford Rogues in the 7-inning affair. First pitch. Fastball misses upstairs, ball one. Bo Blake today 0 for 1 so far for hit by pitch. And the difference in this game so far tonight was a 4-run fourth inning for the Rogues. And you think what this Rogue squad has done so far tonight, capitalizing on the woes of the pitching staff of the Medford Mustangs. Strike one pitch. Off speed, misses downstairs. 1 ball, 1 strike. Bo Blake tonight 0 for 1 of a hit by pitch. Flew out to center field in the second, hit by pitch, and scored in the fourth. Blake today, or after Sunday's a 125 hitter in this season. 1-1 pitch. Knuckles it in the air. Sky high into right field. Shallow right center field. The second baseman Painter calling everybody off. And he snags it for out number 1. Blake pops out for the first out of the inning. 1 on, 1 out. We are in the home fifth. Here's the left fielder, Will Salahar. It's a 5-1 lead for the Medford Rogues against the Medford Mustangs. And right now, if you're the Rogues, you got to keep this offense moving. You kind of, it's an exhibition, but you always want to be 1% better every game, right, BG?
Right. And speaking of Will, I had the great opportunity to, this past weekend, the opening weekend for the Rogues, meet Will's parents, Warren and Lisa.
Great people.
They came up for the first home stand, and great people from the community.
Anthem, Arizona, actually. You know where Will goes to school at Scottsdale Community College. Behind no balls and a strike. Strike one pitch, fouls it off to the left side. Salahar in the hole 0-2. And do you know what the mascot is of Scottsdale Community College, Beach?
I'm going to just pick the torpedoes.
The Fighting Artichokes.
Ooh, artichokes, okay.
Well, it's kind of interesting in Arizona that you have the Fighting Artichokes. No balls and 2 strikes. Rosenthal dancing around at first base. 0-2 pitch, fouls it off, and stays alive. Still no balls and 2 strikes to Will Salahar. And Will and I were talking about this during batting practice last week, about that there's another community on the West Coast that loves artichokes, especially in the central coast of California, actually just south of where Diego Gabriel grew up at, Santa Cruz, the small town of Watsonville, California. They love their artichokes. They actually have an artichoke festival.
All right.
No balls and 2 strikes, and the pitch runner goes. Fastball elevated, the throw over to second base by Pedersen, and the tag is applied late. Jackson Rosenthal steals second base in a crucial stolen base to eliminate the opportunity to turn 2.
Matter of fact, also I found out that Will knew a very good friend of mine who's a high school coach at one of the high schools down there in Arizona, and his name is Joe McDonald, who's currently the head baseball coach at Arizona Christian.
1-2 up and out, and the count goes square at 2. And
the high school's name is Boulder Creek High School, and they got an unbelievable facility.
Ah, okay. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Will Salahar. Salahar was in the hole 0-2 now. The count's 2 balls and 2 strikes. The pitch from Lewis. Fastball outside, and the count fills. Take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard, brought to you by Holt Homes, built for the Pacific Northwest. Down the road in Solano, the Rogues will be down there during their California swing through mid-July. They trail 22-4 against the Concord Zephyrs. Solano on opening night, struggling. Rogues will see the Mudcats in the next couple of weeks here in the friendly confines of Harry and David Field. A 3-2 pitch, misses outside, and Will Salahar takes first. So 2 walks issued by Jake Lewis, puts 2 on, 1 out. Here's the 9-hole hitter, Diego Gabriel. It's a 5-1 lead for the Medford Rogues.
Here comes Coach Wolf on his patented walk to the bump.
And did he point to the bullpen, Beach? I thought he pointed to the bullpen.
No, I think he just pointed, to the Dan Conklin to say, a timeout. I think.
So there's a
because
conference.
there's no one in the bullpen.
Conference on the hill for the Medford Mustangs. Pause in the action is brought to you by the Awesome Pool Guy. It's the 5th inning. It is brought to you by the Awesome Pool Guy. Need to replace your vinyl pool liner? Call the Awesome Pool Guy, CCB 255-795. If you're just now tuning in on the Rogue Streaming Network, the Rogues got a run across in the home half of inning number 2 of a solo shot from Jackson Rosenthal. Rogues putting up a 4 spot in the home 4th, and currently at the top of this inning, the Mustangs getting a run across. But right now, the Rogues have 2 on and 1 out in the home 5th. Here's Diego Grabiel, 2 for 2 so far tonight on this beautiful Thursday evening. And Beach, tomorrow's fireworks night. You excited for fireworks night?
Oh, yeah, it's always a blast, too, at the yard. You know, packed house, and the Rogues they do an unbelievable job on fireworks.
No pun intended when you say blast, right?
Yeah.
First pitch misses outside, 1 ball and no strikes. Diego Grabiel. We are in the home 5th in this 7-inning affair. Only an exhibition between the Medford Mustangs and the Medford Rogues. I forgot to ask you this, Beach. This is a very important year for the Mustangs. 1 ball, no strikes. Lewis waits, and the 1-0. Breaking ball finds the outside corner, strike 1. Mustangs hosting the state tournament for the AAA for American Legion Baseball. How critical is that for American Legion Baseball in the Rogue Valley?
It's big time, and I know they've hosted it a couple times in the 80s and the 90s, and I think they've had the regionals here before, and it's big time.
1-1. Fastball elevated, 2 balls, 1 strike. Runners at first and second.
The sad thing about American Legion now, especially in the state of Oregon, there's not that many programs in the state of Oregon. I want to say there's probably only 20 to 25 around the state.
Quick throw to first base, chase back Jackson Rosenthal, and the ball escapes into center field, and the Rogues just stay put at first and second. That could have been a double steal off that wild throw from Jake Lewis.
That's the bad thing about the American Legion program in the state of Oregon. There's not that many teams that field a American Legion team in the state.
Well, you have here in Medford, you have Roseburg, you have the Eugene Challengers, 2 balls, 1 strike, and the pitch. 2-1, breaking ball, pours in for a strike on the outside corner.
Unfortunately, I think Grants Pass is going to be single A, not the triple A this year. And then the big guys up north, Corvallis, Richie's Market. I've always thought of Richie's Market.
2-2, swing and a miss on the slider. Gabrielle down on strikes.
But it's called Gurney's Builders now, from Corvallis, with my good buddy Eric Daisy as the head coach, who led Corvallis to the semifinals of the 5A this year.
2 on, 2 outs. We are in the home 5th. It's a 5-1 lead for the Medford Rogues. Jonathan Walsh stands in for his 4th trip of the evening. 2 for 3 so far. Runners at first and second. Will Salahar at first base. Jackson Rosenthal at second base. Jake Lewis on the hill, standing on the third base side of the rubber. Rosenthal with a big lead at second base. Definitely playing mind games with his former team. First pitch. Walsh leans out of the way of that one, ball 1. And this is going to be a big one. Definitely that'll be the weekend when the Rogues will be at the Arcado Ballpark for that final 3-game set of the regular season between the Humboldt Crabs and the Medford Rogues. I presume you'll be here at Harry and David Field keeping score for the state tournament, right, Beach?
I will probably be around helping, yeah.
Gotcha.
Usually they bring in the big dogs.
Well, I thought you are a big dog,
Well,
Beach.
I know, but...
Quick throw to first, chases back. Rosenthal head first slide, gets back to the bag at second.
But if they want me, I'm available.
Well, we gotta get you down to Arcata for the Humboldt Crab Series, Beach.
Oh, I've been to that ballpark many times.
Besides this ballpark, that's one of my favorite ballparks to go to because you never know what's going to happen at the Arcado Ballpark. 1 ball and no strikes. Swing and a miss, and the curveball. Strike 1.
But it's a great fan experience, all the fans at Humboldt, and great atmosphere. So.
You know what? At 1 ball and 1 strike, Walsh today 2 for 3, singled in the second, 2-run double in the fourth. Did ground out the second, back in the first. But Jonathan Walsh having a good day so far. The young man powered by Milo's Tea. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1-1, fastball elevated, check swing by Patterson. And no check swing, given Dan Conklin just standing there in the sun. I don't think he saw it, actually.
No, I don't believe Dan saw it either.
Because that sun is vicious. I was coaching at first base last night, Beach.
Yeah,
during Rowdy Ball. That was, that where Dan's at right there. That is vicious. And Jacob Seitz, the first base coach, feeling the sun as well.
Oh,
1-2, roped into left field. That's going to be caught by the left fielder, Sinopol. What a play there by the left fielder.
A great play by Snowpole.
Snowpole, I should say, with a great play in left field. And the inning comes to a close. No runs, no hits, no errors. And the Rogues leave a pair on with Jackson Rosenthal at second base and Will Salahar at first base. We have played 5 in the Rogue Valley. We've wrapped up the Awesome Pool Guy 5th inning, top half of inning number 6 right after this. Rogues 5, Mustangs 1. More after this on the Rogue Streaming Network. After the game is over, are you looking for more Medford Rogues content? Plank Talk is the official podcast of the Medford Rogues. Hi, this is Bryan Welch, the voice of your Rogues. Join me every week as we talk with the players, front office staff, and special guests along the way. Plank Talk drops every week during the season on the same channel you watch the Rogues. We will see you for Plank Talk. As always, go Rogues. Rogue Green CN Medford Airport is a proud supporter of Medford Rogues baseball. It's the best place to recharge your batteries in Medford. Enjoy the indoor pool and spa. Don't forget about the workout room as well. Big event or small, their banquet hall has you covered. Plus, Rogue Green CN Medford Airport is pet friendly as well. Book a stay at Rogue Green CN Medford Airport at roguegreencn.com. Your perfect place in Southern Oregon to eat, play, and stay. Hungry for pizza? Figaro's Pizza has you covered. From pizza to wings and even calzones, there is something for everybody at Figaro's. Order online at figaros.com or stop by our locations in Phoenix and Gold Hill. Check out our newest location, our Take and Bake food trailer in Eagle Point. Locally owned and operated, Figaro's supports local schools and sports. Figaro's Pizza, proud supporter of Medford Rogues baseball. Beautiful evening for baseball in the Rogue Valley. Medford Rogues 5, Medford Mustangs 1. BG Gould, Bryan Welch with you on the Rogue Streaming Network. Happy to have you aboard wherever you may be tuning in. New pitcher on the hill for the Rogues, Matty Ibrahim, the third arm used so far by the Rogues, takes over the reins from Austin Vaughn. This pitching change and all season long is brought to you by KTVL 10, Southern Oregon's home for sports and entertainment. And Matty Ibrahim faces 5, 6, and 7 in the Mustangs order. Cade Pedersen leads off the inning, followed by Grady Sickler and Blake Petro. Mustangs so far tonight, 1 run, 3 hits, 3 errors in their season opener in this exhibition against the Medford Rogues. First pitch from Matty Ibrahim registers for a strike on the upper third, strike 1. Pedersen so far this evening, 1 for 2 so far. Lefty trying to get another hit in tonight's game. Strike 1 pitch from Ibrahim. Fastball locates on the outside corner. Quickly in the hole 0-2 is Pedersen. Cade grounded out to third, back in the second, doubled in the fourth, was left stranded at second base. The Mustangs left the bases loaded. 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. Caught by Anthony Thomas Jr., the thrower to first base for safe measures, and Pedersen down on strikes. First strikeout for Matty Ibrahim, guy who works with that great splitter. 1 out and the base is empty. Here's Grady Sickler. It's a 5-1 lead for the Rogues. We are on the top half of inning number 6. Happy to have you aboard wherever you may be tuning in. We bring back BG Gould. We're talking about tales from the old days at Miles Field and talking about American Legion baseball. And the guy who went to school, first pitch, fastball escapes out of the mitt of Anthony Thomas Jr., ball 1, that you grew up in Roseburg, of all places. Not a lot of people know that about you, Beej.
Yeah, I was actually, I was born in Portland, but my dad lived in Roseburg, and I was the bat boy for the Roseburg Legion team. At that time, they called the Lockwood Motors. I was the bat boy for the 58 American Legion team.
1-1, good splitter, swing and a miss, strike 2. Sickler today 0 for 1 with a walk. Struck out in the third, drew a walk in the fourth, but was left stranded at first base. Mustangs so far tonight have left 6 on so far. On ball, 2 strikes, Ibrahim ready, and the 1-2 home. Fastball swing and a miss, strike 3. How about that from Matty Ibrahim? Back-to-back Ks on the hill in relief for the Rogues.
And I had a chance to talk to Nate Esposito today about his 3 boys for the Rogues. And
Please, pinch hitting for the Mustangs from Crater High School, number 16, Mason DeBryan.
2 up and 2 down in the top of 6. Back-to-back Ks for Matty Ibrahim. Go ahead, Breach.
So I told him, okay, Skip, you had him in the spring. I got him in the summer. I will take care of him for you.
And it's always that great pleasure to work with these young men throughout the whole entire summer. 1 ball, no strikes to the lefty, Blake Petro. 1-0 pitch. Splitter finds the upper third, strike 1. Ibrahim works from the third base side of the rubber. Petro today grounded out to the first baseman, Rosenthal. Struck out in the fourth. Ibrahim ready, and the 1-1 home. Fastball downstairs, 2 balls, 1 strike.
And of all the great kids that have come through the Rogues organization, you know, I would be remiss if I didn't talk about Trevor Smith's older brother, Austin.
2-1, sky high into right center field. Grabiel in the sun, going to try to make the play. Makes the one-hand grab for out number 3, and the side comes to a close. Second 1-2-3 inning of the evening for the Rogues defensively. No runs, no hits, no errors, none left. Pair of strikeouts. Randy Ibrahim in relief. And we head to the home half of inning number 6.
New pitcher.
New pitcher coming in for the Medford Rogues. All pitching changes brought to you by KTVL 10, Southern Oregon's home for sports and entertainment. I'll tell you who the new arm is when we come right back after this. Logan Macy, Anthony Thomas Jr., and Chris Ortiz due up for the Rogues. 2, 3, and 4 in the home half of inning number 6. Rogues lead by 4, 5-1 against the Medford Mustangs. Beach, I have a question for you. I'll ask you that right after the break, all right?
Yeah, and I'll talk about Austin Smith, Trevor's older brother, who's with the Toronto Blue Jays organization in, I believe it's Dunnigan?
I think it is right. We'll talk about that when we come right back after this. We'll be back in 90 seconds. Medford leading 5-1 against the Mustangs on the Rogue Streaming Network. Rogue Green CN Medford Airport is a proud supporter of Medford Rogues baseball. It's the best place to recharge your batteries in Medford. Enjoy the indoor pool and spa. Don't forget about the workout room as well. Big event or small, their banquet hall has you covered. Plus, Rogue Green CN Medford Airport is pet friendly as well. Book a stay at Rogue Green CN Medford Airport at roguegreencn.com. Your perfect place in Southern Oregon to eat, play, and stay. Looking for a place that actually feels like home? Check out Oak Ridge Estates in Phoenix, Oregon. This manufactured home community is selling brand new 3- and 4-bedroom homes with everything ready for you. A full kitchen appliance package, private carports, extra storage, and fresh landscaping all included. It is a whole vibe, pet-friendly, all ages, and packed with perks like a saltwater pool, hot tub, fitness center, playground, and clubhouse. Stop by 300 Lumen Road or call 541-535-6227 to book your tour today. Discover your place to call home at Oak Ridge Estates. It's a 5-1 lead for the Medford Rogues in the home half of inning number 6. New arm on the hill for the Mustangs. For Medford, it's Cade Pedersen taking over the reins from Jake Lewis. 4th arm used so far this evening. And Pedersen faces 2, 3, and 4 in the Rogues order. Logan Macy leads off the inning, followed by Anthony Thomas Jr. He fouls it off to the right side, strike 1. And at Chris Ortiz, no balls to 1 strike. The Logan Macy 0 for 3 so far tonight. And replacing Pedersen in center field is Revive. how do I say that, Beach?
I think it's DeVree.
DeVree.
Yeah.
DeVree in center field. So it's a home half of inning number 6 in a 7-inning affair. And this is going to be interesting to see what Logan Macy can do. Has not reached on base yet. Trying to reach on base. A new pitcher on the hill. That 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 2 on the off speed. Macy today struck out in the first. Flew out the center field in the second. Popped down to the shortstop of Austin in the 4th inning. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and the pitch. 1-2. Slider misses downstairs and in. Ball 1. And we're talking about it before we went to break, Beach, about one of your great friends and one of the people you get to work with as an agent, Austin Smith, in the farmhand in the Blue Jays organization. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Oh, yes.
Ground ball left side, bobbled by the shortstop Austin, and he can't recover it, and he eats it up, and it's a single off the bat for Logan Macy.
Base hit.
And we'll see the score.
Yep.
And they are going to say officially a hit. So Logan Macy gets his first hit in a Medford Rogues uniform to lead off the home half of inning number 6.
And like I said, I had to, when Austin came here to the Rogues, you know, he was a great two-way player. He mainly played the outfield, you know, but now in the pros, they've got him the two-way. You know, sometimes he pitches, sometimes he plays the outfield. He was for 2 years when he was at UC San Diego and then San Diego, University of San Diego. He was up for the John Olerud two-position award in the NCAA.
Strike 1 pitch, foul down that first base side for Anthony Thomas Jr.
But the Smith family, I had a chance to spent a week with them in El Cajon, California, when Austin was playing for UC San Diego at that time, and another former Rogue played for UC San Diego, Noah Ceduta, or something like that.
0-2, chopped to the right side. Painter takes it on a couple of hops to throw to first base. And Anthony Thomas Jr. grounds out, 4-3 on the ground out.
So I got to spend the weekend with the Smith family and watch Austin play and stuff. But also, that's where I first met Trevor Chubbs. And everybody's telling me that don't be surprised if Chubbs is better than Austin. And after I saw him for a couple high school games down there, and then this, you know, for 26 games with the Rogues, I agree. He's better than Austin.
First pitch, fastball finds the outside corner, strike 1. Chris Ortiz at the dish. Drew a walk in the first pair. He reached on a pair of errors in that third and fourth.
A lot of friends of mine are scouts, and I said, hey, guys, don't let Austin loose. Don't forget about Austin Smith. And finally, the Toronto Blue Jays snagged him in, I think, the 7th or 8th round.
And we were on the road in California when that was announced during the draft. And that was the joke was at the team motel, we had to get Trevor a Toronto Blue Jays hat at the mall. 1-1 pitch fouled off to the screen, strike 2. But more importantly, think about Austin Smith's career here in a Medford Rogues uniform and also playing for UC San Diego and University of San Diego. But I told people about Trevor. I'm saying he might be an All-American by his junior year. Beach.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And like I said, the sad thing about it, and
pump fake over to second base for Pedersen.
He, against Air Force in the 3rd game, he came up, pulled his hamstring, and that sidelined him for 2 weeks. And that probably, you know, cost him the league award for player, you know, league honors. But I tell you what, Trevor is a great athlete, and so I said,
ground ball to the left side, gobbled up by McFall. The throw to first base, and the throw's on the money. We're out number 2.
I told Kevin, hey, in a couple weeks after Trevor gets done playing these high school all-star games, you got your leadoff man right now.
1 on, 2 outs. We are in the bottom of 6. Here's Nolan Donovan.
And
For the Rogues.
and another thing about Austin, unfortunately, he would have had the batting title for the Rogues, but he didn't have enough plate appearances. And
Quick throw to first base. Sails over the head of the shortstop, Austin. Into left center it goes. Logan Macy trots into third base. And a wild throw puts the Rogues only 90 feet away from scoring.
And then later on, 2 years ago, another South Medford player is the leader right now for average in Rogues history, Cam Sewell.
And, oh, by the way, Pacific Empire League Player of the Year last year.
Yes.
With the Humboldt Crabs.
For the Humboldt Crabs.
Which is a very contradiction in terms for a guy who grew up just up the road at South Medford and played his games. And actually, a former Medford Mustang himself. Strike one pitch, misses downstairs and in.
And
1 ball, 1 strike.
Cam is playing in the Northwoods League in Minnesota this year. So
he's having a blast there. But also, he played at Sacramento State. He's played there for the last couple of years. Always a lot of fun. 1-1 pitch, misses outside. 2 balls, 1 strike. And think about when Sacramento State took care of business of LSU. 2 out of 3 in the regular season. Cam Sewell had a big part in that game.
In LSU.
2-1 cranked in the air. Right center field on the run is Dervai. Dervai circling to his left, makes the play for out number 3. A lot of ground to cover in the outfield. And how about the new center fielder, Dervai, making a huge play for out number 3. And the inning comes to a close. No runs. 1 hit, no errors, 1 left. And Cade Pedersen works around the leadoff base runner, Logan Macy, at third base. He's left on only 90 feet away from scoring. We go to the top half of inning number 7. Right after this, it's a 4-run lead for the Rogues. It's a 5-1 game, and they're going to send out a new pitcher for the Medford Rogues. And all pitching changes this season brought to you by our good friends at KTVL 10, Southern Oregon's home for sports and entertainment. Rogues 5, Mustangs 1. More after this on the Rogues Streaming Network. Looking to buy or sell in the Rogue Valley? David Case of Windermere Realty has you covered. Windermere Realty has been serving the Rogue Valley for over 30 years. David, a proud husband and father, has been a broker in the Rogue Valley for almost a decade. From residential and rural to commercial, David can handle it all. Contact David Case if you're looking to buy or sell at 541-944-9330. Windermere Realty and David Case, proud supporters of Medford Rogues Baseball.
Discover the Life Plan community in the heart of the Rogue Valley. Here, your days are filled with opportunities to express yourself, engage your mind and body, and share your life with great new friends. You can connect, grow, and thrive. Our hilltop location is near world-class vineyards, the Oregon Shakespeare Festival, and the Brit Music and Arts Festival. Rogue Valley Manor, Southern Oregon's premier Life Plan community.
Final call for the Medford Mustangs in the top half of inning number 7. And how about this? A storybook ending. And think about this. A former Medford Mustang in his first year in a Medford Rogues uniform, the Central Point native, who actually went to school at Ashland but transferred to South Medford. Evan Roden takes over the reins from Matty Ibrahim. A bullpen game tonight for the Rogues, 4th arm used so far this evening. And Evan Roden faces 8-9-1 in the Mustang order. Austin followed by Schnappel and Painter. And Evan Roden, first pitch, ground ball, pulled down the first base side. That is going to be a fair ball. Rounding first, digging for 2. And the throw over to second base is in time. And it's a new batter. It's Morgan Austin at the dish, and he makes it happen. A leadoff double off the former Mustang, current Rogue there, Beach.
Oh, yeah, definitely. He got the ball in the wheelhouse, and the batter took it to the right field line.
One on, nobody out. Here's the 9-hole hitter, Mason Snopel, I should say. Mason Snopel at the dish. Drew a pair of walks already so far tonight. During the commercial break, we were showing a picture of my alma mater. It's graduation night in California. Congratulations to all the graduates for the class of 2026. First pitch, breaking ball. Our fastball finds the outside corner, strike one. Keegan Painter tonight 0 for 3 so far. Struck out last time in the fifth. Grounded out to the first baseman, Rosenthal in the third. Grounded out to the pitcher. Starter Forrest Zelmer has not reached on base yet. No balls, one strike, and the pitch from Evan Roden. Fastball hits it in the air, right center field. Going back is Grabiel. Stops, makes the one-hand grab. Tagging from second, going to third is Austin. And the relay throw is not in time. Austin over to third base. Snowpool flies out for the first out of the inning. 1 down, 2 to go. And Beans, we were talking about my alma mater. And you've been to Fresno before. You've seen Pete Bidefeld at Bob Bennett Stadium way back in the day.
Oh, yeah. Oh, and actually, it was the same weekend that I had a chance to watch a friend of mine play for Jerry Tarkanian at Fresno State. His name is Travis DeManby, who actually now him and his family live in Fresno. But he was a pretty good athlete, South Medford basketball, and he had a chance to play for Jerry Tarkanian. And we had a chance to, I went down with his folks for the weekend and had a chance to watch Fresno State play, warm up, in basket practice, and no one is allowed in there unless you know somebody.
1-1 off the bat, come back right to Evan Roden, the throw to first base in time. 2 men for the Mustangs in the out, 1-3.
Travis had let me stay in there, and I tell you what, and they played in basketball, they played at some arena downtown.
Selland Arena.
Okay.
I've done 4 games there, Beach.
Okay, and what was great about that was when the team comes out on the court for basketball, everybody, friends, parents, grandparents, are lined clear around the court on the sidelines. I would say about 400 people standing.
1-0.
And the team goes up one sideline, baseline, back the other one, and then to the bench.
They actually did that in November. They had like a retro game at Selland Arena. 1 ball and 1 strike of a runner at third base, 2 outs. And a good breaking ball finds the upper third, strike 2. And the Medford Mustangs are down to their final strike. And Evan Roden, a guy that played for the Medford Mustangs and pitched here for South Medford, has the opportunity to shut the door on his former team. Austin at third base. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Fastball fouled off to the screen, strike 2.
So Fresno is a very great athletic community.
And it's a great town, small town vibes. It's big, but it's always one of my. Hey, there's a reason I went to school at Fresno State, because it has that vibe. It's great people there. 1-2 pitch, ground ball, chopper to the right side, takes it on a hop is Macy. The throw to first base in time.
Game over.
And the Rogues win the exhibition. 5-1 the final against the crosstown rival Medford Mustangs. 5 runs, 7 hits, no errors for the Rogues. 1 run, 4 hits, and 4 errors committed by the Medford Mustangs. This game does not count towards the record for the Medford Rogues, but the Rogues back in action tomorrow night for a 6:35 first pitch to begin a 3-game set against the Redmond Dudes. That will get going at 6:15 on the Awesome Pool Guy on Deck show. Hope you can stay tuned for the Rogues post-game show. That's coming up right after this. Hope you can join us. Beach, always a pleasure, my friend. Let's do it again sometime, all right?
Oh, my pleasure.
That's BG Gould joining us on the Rogues Streaming Network. When we come right back after this Rogues post-game show, the Rogues win 5-1 against the Medford Mustangs. Be right back after this on the Rogue Streaming Network. Looking for a place that actually feels like home? Check out Oak Ridge Estates in Phoenix, Oregon. This manufactured home community is selling brand new 3- and 4-bedroom homes with everything ready for you. A full kitchen appliance package, private carports, extra storage, and fresh landscaping all included. It is a whole vibe, pet-friendly, all ages, and packed with perks like a saltwater pool, hot tub, fitness center, playground, and clubhouse. Stop by 300 Lumen Road or call 541-535-6227 to book your tour today. Discover your place to call home at Oak Ridge Estates. Hungry for pizza? Figaro's Pizza has you covered. From pizza to wings and even calzones, there is something for everybody at Figaro's. Order online at figaros.com or stop by our locations in Phoenix and Gold Hill. Check out our newest location, our Take and Bake food trailer in Eagle Point. Locally owned and operated, Figaro's supports local schools and sports. Figaro's Pizza, proud supporter of Medford Rogues baseball. Looking to buy or sell in the Rogue Valley? David Case of Windermere Realty has you covered. Windermere Realty has been serving the Rogue Valley for over 30 years. David, a proud husband and father, has been a broker in the Rogue Valley for almost a decade. From residential and rural to commercial, David can handle it all. Contact David Case if you're looking to buy or sell at 541-944-9330. Windermere Realty and David Case, proud supporters of Medford Rogues baseball. Rogue Green CN Medford Airport is a proud supporter of Medford Rogues baseball. It's the best place to recharge your batteries in Medford. Enjoy the indoor pool and spa. Don't forget about the workout room as well. Big event or small, their banquet hall has you covered. Plus, Rogue Green CN Medford Airport is pet friendly as well. Book a stay at Rogue Green CN Medford Airport at roguegreencn.com. Your perfect place in Southern Oregon to eat, play, and stay.
Planning to move? Choose Pods, the most awarded container moving company. Whether you're moving across town or across the country, Pods brings the container to you. Keep it as long as you like and pack at your own pace. When you're ready, we'll take it to your new home or store it at a secure Pod storage center until you need it. And best of all, you don't have to do the driving. Trust Pods with your next move. Book at pods.com today.
Discover the Life Plan community in the heart of the Rogue Valley. Here, your days are filled with opportunities to express yourself, engage your mind and body, and share your life with great new friends. You can connect, grow, and thrive. Our hilltop location is near world-class vineyards, the Oregon Shakespeare Festival, and the Brit Music and Arts Festival. Rogue Valley Manor, Southern Oregon's premier Life Plan community.
It's a happy night at the ballpark at Harry and David Field. Medford wins the exhibition against the Medford Mustangs. Rogues win 5-1 against the Mustangs. Hi, everybody. My name is Bryan Welch of the Rogue Streaming Network. Happy to have you aboard wherever you may be tuning in. And welcome to the Rogues postgame show. Tonight was only an exhibition, but you like what the Rogues did offensively and defensively. Let's quickly dive into the highlights. Final line score for the Rogues, 5 runs, 7 hits, no errors. For the Mustangs, 1 run, 4 hits, 4 errors. The top half of inning number 1, the Mustangs win in order 1, 2, 3. In the home half of inning number 1, Rogues had base runners on of Anthony Thomas Jr. and Chris Ortiz, but Chris Ortiz was forced out to close out the home first. Top half of inning number 2. And how about Forrest Zelmer on the hill for the Rogues? Facing some adversity, gave up a double from Sean McFall out of Eagle Point High School, and then got a ground out from Cade Pedersen. A strike struck out Grady Sickler, and drew a ground out to the first base and Jackson Rosenthal when Blake Petro was at the dish, able to work around Sean McFall, who got all the way to third base. Good stuff by him, handling adversity for Forrest Zelmer. Home half of inning number 2. And think about this game does not count towards the stats, but Jackson Rosenthal did not care about this play. Jackson Rosenthal leaving the yard. Here's first in the air, right field, going back is Sickler. That ball is gone. Goodbye, see you later. Jackson Rosenthal goes yard. And Jackson Rosenthal going yard for the first time in 2026 does not count towards the official stats. Rogues struck early 1-0 after the 2 innings. Top half of inning number 3, it was the Mustangs who got a base runner on at second base with Mason Snopple, but could not do anything with that. Home half of it, inning number 3, it was a 3-6 double play to end the inning for the Rogues. That was 3 innings. It was a 1-0 lead for the Rogues. In the top half of inning number 4, it was when the Mustangs who loaded the bases, but Forrest Zelmer found a way to shut the door on the advancement from the Mustangs and found a way to get out of the inning, out of that jam, and also improved 1 inning than he had in his first start. Had 3 innings against the Seattle Studs, 4 innings against the Medford Mustangs. In the home half of inning number 4, this is when it gets very fun. Jackson Rosenthal led off the inning with a walk. Bo Blake was hit by a pitch. Will Salahar lined out, and Diego Grabiel had a huge opportunity to get runs across, and he got runs across with this play.
The Eagles, 1-0 pitch, off the end of the bat, and a ground ball, left field, rounding third, racing towards home as Rosenthal speeding towards home, and the relay throw is late. The throw to third base bounces away, and it's an RBI double off the bat of Diego Grabiel, and it's a 2-0 lead for the Rogues.
So Grabiel got that RBI double, and then it was, hey, how about this? Jonathan Walsh in the top of the order in the home half of inning number 4, who loves that Milo's tea in Dover, Tennessee. And I know that Alex and Scout and family love this play from Jonathan Walsh.
Blake at third, Grabiel at second base, 1-1. Fastball, line drive, right center field, base hit. That scores Blake, rounding third, racing towards home is Grabiel, and the relay throw is not in time. 2-run double for Jonathan Walsh. Get the Milo T out in Dover, Tennessee. It's a 3-spot put up in the home fourth. It's a 4-0 lead for the Rogues.
Medford tacked on 1 more run. It was a 4-spot in the home half of inning number 4. Mustangs got a run across the top half of inning number 5 at an RBI single from Easton Douglas. In the home half of inning number 5, Rogues had base runners on but could not do anything with that. Left 2 on with Jackson Rosenthal at second base and Will Salahar at first. In the top half of inning number 6, 1, 2, 3. Actually, my apologies. Actually, it was in the 7th, the 1, 2, 3 went the Medford Mustangs with a courtesy from Matty Ibrahim, who had 1 inning on the hill. And then in the home half of inning number 6, Logan Macy got aboard for a single, but could not do anything with that. Got all the way over to third base, but it was Thomas Jr. who grounded out, Chris Ortiz who grounded out, and Nolan Donovan who flew out to close out the home half of inning number 6. In the top half of inning number 7, Evan Roden, and you heard from him in our Rogues Player Spotlight, the Austin Pool Guy on Deck show. Give a leadoff double from Morgan Austin. Snopple flew out to center field. Keegan Painter grounded out, and Patterson grounded out to close the book. So the former Medford Mustang and current Medford Rogue shutting the door on his former team. This game does not count towards the overall record for the Rogues, but a good practice game before the Rogues tangle with the Redmond Dudes tomorrow night, 6:35 first pitch. We'll get going with the Austin Pool Guy on Deck show at 6:15 on the Medford Rogues YouTube channel, the Rogue Streaming Network. But a very fun night tonight. Also very fun having BG Gould on the air. Be able to pick his brain on all the stories that BG told tonight. A lot of fun having him on. But before we go, pick our player of the game. Multiple candidates. 2-run double from Jonathan Walsh. He went 2 for 4 tonight at the dish. Jackson Rosenthal 1 for 1 with a pair of walks. But more importantly, get your first home run. That does not count, but it's a home run's a home run. So our player of the game goes to Jackson Rosenthal, the former Medford Mustang and the current Medford Rogue is our player of the game. Before we go, take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard brought to you by Holt Homes, built for the Pacific Northwest. Only 1 game going on tonight in the PEL, and actually it's a final in 6 innings. Down the road in Solano, the Rogues will be there in the California Swing at the Solano Junior College. The Concord Zephyrs They put 22 runs on the board, and they take care of business. The Solano Mudcats 22-4. And that's the only game going on in Pacific Empire League action tonight. And there'll be a couple of games going on tomorrow. A lot of games going on tomorrow night. We'll be talking about them throughout the whole entire night tomorrow. But a fun night at the ballpark at Harry and David Field. Special thanks to BG Gould once again for joining us on the broadcast. And more importantly, don't forget to get your tickets at MedfordRoguesBaseball.simpletix.com. Tomorrow is the first fireworks night of the season. Don't forget tomorrow, or on Saturday rather, it is First Responders Night, brought to you by Mercy Flight. That's going to be a lot of fun to see what's going to happen on Saturday. It's going to be a lot of fun having all the first responders out here from the Rogue Valley here at Harry and David Field. We might get a couple of first responders on the broadcast throughout the whole entire evening. But once again, the battle for Medford goes the way of the Rogues. 5-1 the final against the Medford Mustangs. Once again, special thanks to BG Gould for joining us on the broadcast. Bryan Welch saying goodbye. Have a good evening. Thank you so much. Repeating the final score from Harry and David Field on a beautiful Thursday evening in the Rogue Valley. The Rogues win 5-1 against the Medford Mustangs. We'll see you tomorrow for 6:15 for the Awesome Pool Guy on Deck show. Thank you so much for watching and listening to Medford Rogues Baseball on the Rogue Streaming Network. So long from Harry and David.